we did.
We online. Oh, what's
Sorry.
this one?
Have you seen? Oh, I literally closed it right as you.
Wow,
looked.
nice. While he looks that up, Keanu Reeves is apparently going to be the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog in the upcoming Sonic 3 movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
The plot of the movie
Clickety
reportedly
click,
involves
clap,
Dr.
clap.
Robotnik getting his groove
What
back
is up with
after the events
Apex
of Sonic
Legends?
2. So yeah, it could be interesting. Okay, you
Oh,
ready?
you know what? Actually, we ain't even playing
yes.
Apex. What are we doing?
Oh,
X
it's an ad.
Defiant is
Nice.
on.
Cool, a backpack.
X Defiant is on.
Is this it? Yeah. Have you seen this? Do you recognize this?
No.
Okay, so maybe we haven't then. Maybe Dan and I were just talking about it.
I'm an idiot.
Sorry, I thought
we're
this was
playing
the one that you watched on
X-Defiant.
WAN.
You kind of need audio.
I should have been doing
Can we
this
get that
all
figured
day.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can live without it. He's telling it to do something. It's going to do something. That's fine. I get it.
It's definitely better with audio.
Oh, wow.
Because he does reasoning and stuff like through audio. So like he's asking him to tell him like why he's doing different things and in what order while he's doing a different thing actively with his hands.
That's pretty cool.
Where should all the dishes go and stuff like that? I think is
While he's putting the garbage away. So he's like doing a task while talking about a different task.
Alrighty. And the world's going to be wild.
And then he tells him like based on what you see in front of you, where do you think the cup and the plate should go? And then he says something along the lines of like, I think they should go in the drying rack. And then he tells him to actually like do it. So he has it reason it out first. And then I don't think he says like, put them in the drying rack. I think he says like, okay, do that or whatever.
Or like put them away or something.
Yeah.
Huh. He looks a lot more useful than my kids. Huh. All right. Well, good luck, humans.
Yeah.
YouTube is warning of another ad blocking crackdown. This week, they published a memo warning that third-party apps that violate YouTube's terms of service, specifically YouTube viewing clients that block ads, are going to be experiencing a crackdown. YouTube was vague about how exactly it would act against these apps, beyond saying that app users may encounter issues like buffering, error messages, and videos failing to load. YouTube emphasized the importance of ads in supporting creators and their content. The Chrome store, meanwhile, still offers several ad-blocking third-party YouTube apps. So I guess the question here is, what is YouTube's strategy here exactly?
Trying to get less people to use the platform without watching ads?
Yeah, but
Because
like,
if you're not a premium subscriber, if you're not a member of anyone's channel,
it's pretty brutal.
and you block ads.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the amount of ads on YouTube is pretty brutal.
Oh no.
I was going to agree with that.
Saying if you don't watch the ads anyways,
Yeah.
because you're blocking them,
Yeah.
and you're not doing any other method of giving them money for using the platform, why would they care?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting seeing people who do block ads on the platform saying, well, I'm just going to boycott YouTube. And
So what?
and I think they don't really fully understand that they are it's kind of like being vegan and saying you're going to boycott McDonald's. It's like, so?
I think you already were.
Yeah, who cares?
Their fries are cooked.
You're
in
not
fat.
you're not a customer. You are from a monetary standpoint to YouTube, you are not just worthless. You are actually
Cost some money.
vampiric. You are parasitic. They don't care at all.
Yeah.
And so it's been interesting to see some of the discourse around this on both sides, right? Like, I personally see this as a win, but not for the reason you think. Because, I mean, as a tech creator who's found ways to monetize our content, in spite of the fact that probably a disproportionate percentage of our audience does engage in ad blocking, realistically, you know, okay, they crack down on ad blocking, they don't crack down on ad blocking. It's not an existential question
Probably going to change
to me.
very little for
It changes
for us.
almost nothing to me.
Yeah.
But the reason I see this as a win is because in the earlier days of third-party YouTube apps, Google was very antagonistic. Like, remember that Windows Mobile didn't have a YouTube app because Google wouldn't make one, and the third-party ones were constantly being hampered. There was one third-party one in particular. I forget what it's called, but basically, we weren't there. There wasn't. You had to use a browser on Windows Phone, which kind of sucked. And while YouTube is obviously taking a stance against third-party apps that engage in ad blocking here, what they aren't doing, and the win that I see here, is they are backing down. What they aren't doing is going after the third-party apps for existing. They are backing down on the changes to the UI that people might be enjoying through these third-party apps, and basically just going, okay, look, truce, but don't block the ads. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably about the best offer we're going to get from them, because the negotiating power of the users of these apps that block ads is zero. It's less than zero.
And there's some stuff you can argue about, like if those users are sharing that content or talking about the platform in general, it becomes more in the like mind space of others and stuff. But the value of that is like so incredibly low, and YouTube already has, I don't know, roughly the entire planet as its user base. So I don't think they care. Yeah.
So this is going to be, I think this war is only going to escalate. And I think, don't quote me on this, but my understanding is that Google's tools for detecting ad blocking are much more sophisticated than what they have necessarily deployed. I think they are making a conscious decision about how aggressive or not aggressive to be towards ad blocking. And yes, ad blocking services are evolving, but I suspect that they are evolving at a pace that they won't necessarily be able to, or I suspect the pace at which they're evolving is reactionary, and Google is capable of laying the hammer down in a much more significant way.
I think in a lot of these like cat and mouse type of games, you don't necessarily put all your cards on the table, right? So like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you're right.
Yeah, so good luck, everybody. What I hope is that that's where we settle, where we can have nice things. We can have third-party apps that don't shove shorts down your throat, or that or that, you know, don't fill your space with unnecessary promotion of other videos, or that allow you to get straight to the comments, or, you know, whatever the things are that bother you about the official YouTube app. I hope we can have nice things, and I hope that the third-party apps figure out this is the best deal you're going to get. Take it now. Or take it later, I guess. But you will ultimately probably end up taking it. Mm-hmm. Stickboy over on Floatplane says, if premium wasn't $14 something, maybe I would consider it. I would never advocate for finding a group of friends and buying a YouTube premium family plan. Oh.
Of course not.
I would never advocate for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why some people might do it, right? Because it would significantly lower the cost of the YouTube premium subscription for all the people, while still contributing at least something to the cost of running the platform, not to mention to the creators that you enjoy. But I would never advocate for that.
And like, it's not like it would be that hard either. It's actually like the systems are just there, right? I think you just send email invites.
Oh, this is interesting. Chroma-chan says, I got nabbed for that. They IP checked me? Really? Because I'm pretty sure, no, I have people on in my Google family that are not at the same address. Have they changed the TOS on that? Ooh, interesting. People are saying, me too. Wow. Shows
Points
you what
at
I know.
Luke. No, I got bumped out. Wow. And I got removed from the YouTube family.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, technically, I think Steam is up to 6. So
nice. I'm back in.
We'll see. I mean, you can only join and rejoin them. By the way, have we talked about the new Steam family sharing thing, or I forget what they're calling, Steam Families?
I don't know if there's been an update, but we did talk about it originally. Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've been using it, and it's super cool. That's all I have to say about that.
Nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. There's like parental controls now. The sharing works great. Something I wasn't sure about because it says that you can only, while I can play a game while someone else plays a different game from my library, what I was worried about was what if Yvonne and Kara, neither of whom own Dave the Diver, what if they both want to play it at the same time? And I was worried that they would only be able to borrow one copy of that title at a time, but both my son and I own that, and I wasn't sure if it would be possible for it to pool licenses together and allow two people to play at once, right?
Okay, so if any two people on your family network have a game, then any two people could play that game simultaneously.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So you
actually.
can pool
I didn't
licenses.
expect that would work either. That's really cool.
Super cool.
That's very cool.
So as long as, let's say Yvonne and I own a license of a game, two of our kids could play it together. As long as Yvonne and I are each playing completely different games.
Yeah.
So cool.
You and Yvonne as like two separate entities in this case.
Yeah.
If you both owned a license to a game, then two kids could also play it if you weren't playing it. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Love it.
That's really cool. And that mimics how it would work anyways. If you had two copies of a game at home and they were discs, you could put both of those discs in other systems. Like, yeah, it would work. It would make sense. What do we got next?
I don't know. Do you want to
takes
pick
a
one?
shot at piracy? What is this?
What?
Plex has requested that GitHub take down the Plex reshare repository, allegedly because it would contribute to Plex's piracy problem. Despite the fact that Plex reshare doesn't host any IP infringing material, GitHub has honored this request and replaced the repository with a DMCA takedown reference. It's unclear why GitHub made this decision, probably because they don't want to deal with it. Though it took around 3 weeks for GitHub to respond, leading to speculation that they were discussing the matter with the Plex reshare developer and allowing them to respond. Plex reshare is primarily intended to allow Plex users to make shared directories browsable on the web, which allows people to reshare them without being the original owner. The project remains available on via
Domination. This op's a bit
Discussion
rocket
question:
for
is
the
this likely to
Echelon
reduce
playbook,
piracy?
but I'm sure
Should we
you'll
be
manage.
concerned about companies removing non-infringing tools just because they might enable piracy?
This is a super
3,
weird one.
2,
The fact that
1. Secure those
this
capture zones,
does
agent.
not actually
Nothing
host
stopping you. Team capturing
or
zone
even
C. Your
directly
tactics are working,
enable the
agent.
sharing
Friendly's
of
going for
any
zone B.
infringing material. There's multiple layers to the
Zone
bizarreness
secured.
of this.
Capture
I'm
zone contested.
extremely-
Hostiles on the scope in zone B.
I'm extremely confused that
Friendly's capturing
Plex
zone A.
requested this, because as far as I can tell, the only pressure on them would be political, and I am extremely confused that
I'm detecting
GitHub,
hostiles
which
on zone C.
hosts all kinds of tools to enable all kinds of piracy,
Yeah.
I'm extremely confused that they pulled it down.
Should we be concerned about companies removing non-infringing tools just because they might enable piracy? I think that's this developer. It sounds like they were using Docker Hub and GitHub. And that's probably just going to be the route, right? If you're pushing something up, don't have it on the spot.
This is a rough op, but you're a pro.
That is
You'll bounce
frustrating.
back. Friendly's going for
All
zone
right.
B. Capture zone
Any
A
other
is at
topics we
risk.
want to hit?
I require first aid.
Yeah, let's do this one really quick. UK criminalizes non-consensual deepfakes. The United Kingdom has passed a new law
Capture zone
criminalizing
contested.
sexually explicit deepfakes without consent. Creating these deepfakes carries a
Friendly
penalty of a
capturing
criminal
zone A.
record and a fine. Distribution, however, could result in a prison sentence. The U.S. Senate is also apparently considering a bill that will allow victims of sexually explicit deepfakes made without their consent
Capture
to
zone
sue the
secured.
creators. Discussion question: is it better to deal with these matters using the criminal justice system? Why aren't lawsuits enough? Another discussion question: is AI and the increased accessibility of deepfakes forcing humans to catch up with this as a problem? Yes, it definitely is. One thing I find interesting is that it's just sexually explicit ones. Kind of surprised just all non-consensual deepfakes.
Oh. I mean, it seems like it would almost be too broad. So if I
That person looks
Hostiles
like
on
me.
the
I'm
scope
gonna
in
assume
Zone B. You need to work on that explosive ordnance
I think
deployment.
it'd be really tough to enforce and it'd be tough
Force
to prove,
utilized.
whereas I think it's harder to find a motive for an explicit deepfake. Whether that...
Keep it going, agent.
Because like I know
Capture
there's
zone
a huge
contested.
issue right now of people being very angry about like I don't really care personally, but some people care a lot whenever any deepfake, especially people who their kind of job relies on it, right? So like we've seen voice actors like this recently, where even if you're not doing it for commercial needs, they don't want you deepfaking their voice ever for any of it.
Yep.
Active camo.
New armament
More on
acquired.
the visual side of things. I'm just assuming, I don't know, models. Basic images. But if you deepfake them at all, their job is modeling, right? You're removing their job. I don't know how okay with that they are when you're removing their job by recreating them specifically.
Hostiles on the scope in Zone B.
Touchy point.
Headed into such uncharted waters.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to head into
Zone compromised.
Metro After
I'm
Dark?
detecting
waters.
hostiles on Zone C. Rogue Echelon agent deployed.
So you pick one?
Revenge kill. A persist over here admiring your
all right,
handiwork.
thanks, Dan.
Friendly's going for Zone B.
I love One Show After Dark. It's great.
Yeah.
Grenade out.
Yeah, I'm ready. You guys ready?
Hit me, Dan.
Sure. Hey guys, thank you for all the work, and thank you for making my standalone educational but also entertaining.
Heck yeah.
I was wondering, what is Beyond Labs? You consider going into online education? Like, what is after labs?
Oh.
Zone contested.
Right now,
We
it's
need to
more
get to
labs.
labs.
Allies on duty.
Yeah.
Nothing
let's
stopping
focus
you.
on
Your
that for-
Echelon.
Let's get to labs. I mean, I think it's. I think that the opportunities for product testing and better information about electronics are many.
Zone C compromised.
But that's for sort of the business people to decide right now. We're figuring out how to get that data in a scalable, manageable, cost-effective way. It's a tough problem. It's something that very few organizations have
Take the zone, keep the
solved,
zone.
and it's something that
You
I
know the
believe
mission.
that we can solve, but
Heads
it's just
up.
going to take us
I'm
some more time.
detecting our sonar tech in enemy hands.
How is the smart home going? Light
Capture
switches
zone
and
secured.
heat?
Your
Do you
tactics
recommend
are working.
Zigbee or Wi-Fi?
Trust
I purchased Wi-Fi devices based on features,
We're
but now I'm
securing
having
zone
network
A.
issues due to the number of devices.
Oh man, I mean, it's all. Okay, so the
About to lose
switches.
B.
I am hoping
Zone
that
compromised.
Innovelli is going to have some of their upcoming switches that use millimeter wave for presence detection. I am hoping that I will have some of those in hand at some point so I can test them. And then if it goes well, I would really like to use those because motion is just not
Rogue
good
Echelon
enough.
agent activated
I'm still
sonar
having
goggles.
problems with
Allies
my
on B.
blinds. My HVAC has been a lot better ever since I figured out that I had too much
Active
Wi-Fi.
camo.
I turned off the antennas on some of my access points, the 2.4 gigahertz antennas. They were too powerful, they were too close together, and even though I was parking my EcoBees on particular access points, and it's partially my fault for having all the antennas enabled, but partially EcoBees' fault. They were all on
secured.
channel 1. I'm all on auto, and they were all on channel 1. Anyway, the point is, I'm no longer having connectivity issues with those, and I'm pretty happy with the HVAC. There's still a lot to be done
Zone
when it comes to
compromised.
lights and window coverings. And honestly, a lot of it just comes down to that I don't have the time or attention span to focus on that when I've got
Friendly securing A.
just a lot of other stuff going on. It's like, okay, it's the afternoon on one of the 2 days a week that I get to do anything other than go to work and eat and sleep. Do I go to the swimming pool with my kids, or do I play with my light switches? Seems like the obvious one. Most days we do. Because I do have things that I legitimately enjoy, like I'm finally working on painting my bike. Did I show you my test pieces? Yeah, so I've got a new color that
About to lose
if I'm a
speed.
bad boy, I'll try tonight, and if I'm a good boy, I will wait until tomorrow to try. But it's a candy paint.
What's the
which-
over under on
Zone contested. Zone secured.
I don't know. Depends how late the show
Hostiles on A.
goes.
40 to 15.
I don't know. Are we playing super checks tonight? Probably not.
They're on zone C.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know.
be murdered?
I'll probably prime it tonight. Probably prime it tonight, and then I can sand in the morning, and then I can apply paint
Friendly
right away
zombie.
instead of waiting around to sand the primer first. So yeah, it's a candy though. So what that means is that your primer coat has to be good,
Heads up. I'm
and your
detecting our
application
sonar
of
test
color
enemy
has to
hands.
be
Friendly
super
securing
even
A.
as well
We're taking
because the
A.
paint is clear. So if you have a buildup somewhere, it not only is going to affect the surface finish, it will affect the perception of super cool, like, kind of shimmery. And that's what I'm planning to do for the motorbike. So that's the
We're on B.
reason I did shave the beard for the super
contested.
shallow, cheap, but reason of that I was getting that facial treatment that cost the same whether they did my whole face or whether they just did above the
That was
lips.
hardly by the book.
But I'm
Agent.
keeping
What?
the face clean until I am finished with my painting project. Because let me tell you, I painted for a lot of years. I've inhaled a lot of paint, masks, they're not perfect. And I was like, okay, I know this automotive paint is like way worse. But all I'm doing is I have like this one thing and I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm right next to the exhaust fan, so I'm just gonna go like that one time. And as soon as I did it and accidentally pulled in just the tiniest bit of air, let me go.
There's a reason why none of the fire.
Filter nonsense and everything. And even if I'm doing one pass of the sprayer, I will be putting that on every time. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Jack says, why am I on Twitch? Why am I looking at Twitch chat? Well, it says it starts with automotive paint, ends with super glue, a paper bag, and a back alley. Yeah, I believe you though. That's uncommon Twitch W. Good take.
Witness me paint this bicycle.
Dan.
You're welcome. Don't forget eye protection, or Tynan will get angry at you.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have bespoke eye protection, but I'm wearing swim goggles that seal, so that should probably be good enough.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's up next.
I've even got the full bunny suit actually, but I don't put that on every time, which I think is why I have these marks on these pants. I'm pretty sure these are new.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that sucks. Because I don't just have an unlimited supply of the LTT cargo pants. All of mine are prototypes still. We don't have our mass production yet. Ugh.
Howdy LDL, pronounced ladle? 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 Howdy ladle. Linus, what's the biggest compromise you or Yvonne have had to make with each other when implementing new tech into your house?
I mean, that's a better question for Yvonne than me. She's had to make all kinds of compromises, like her lights staying on.
It has to make food.
I don't know how she hasn't murdered you for that.
Yeah, it's kind of a miracle. She's a very wonderful woman, and I will never get divorced, at least voluntarily. Yep.
Moving on.
Hello, WAN crew. Is the Labs hoodie the same as the Dropout hoodie? I recently got the Dropout and hoodie. And I love it.
It is not.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I didn't want to say.
No,
for
it's
sure.
our standard hoodie. The Dropout hoodie is a sick upgraded hoodie, and if you manage to get your hands on one of those while we had it on promo, you are very smart. And if you buy one now, you're also very smart. It's a really nice hoodie. It's probably not I don't know. It's hard to pick favorites. It's like kids, right? Like I don't have a favorite, but it's a really great hoodie, and I wear mine all
You'd
the time.
probably be upset a little less if this one,
More. Oh well. Okay. And the point is, yes. What's next?
Hey LLD, I love listening to you guys talk about product development. What is something
I
that
miss you.
is significantly more complicated than you thought prior to LTV Store or Floatplane.
A guerrilla only takes what they can defend.
I was reading a different message. What?
File downloads.
Óyeme, we need you to keep the capture zone secure. Even when it
I
moves. The
did
skill
not
streak you're
realize
on,
how
kind of
critical it
legendary.
is
Let's
that
see how
video
long you
loads
can
in
keep the
chunks
skill streak
until we
going.
tried to overcome the IT challenges around just allowing people to download the file continuously.
We're on the zone.
Especially when a new video drops, we would have the challenge where the more people are hitting it, the more longer it takes for them to download that continuous file, and the more detrimental it is to quality of service. Whereas when you can feed everyone in chunks, you can balance all your different users and you can accommodate many more users much more easily. Obviously, I was aware of chunk loading, and I was aware that people obviously do it for a reason, but I had never really sat down and had a thunk about it until we were up against the challenge. And the reason we were was because we offered streaming.
You gotta win this revolution. The capture
Floatplane
zone is changing
Thought it was a
location.
great idea.
Okay.
To support downloads.
I thought it was a huge
Just
idea.
like how someone thought it was a great idea to support live streams.
The idea was that people could, whether it's, you know, for their own archive on Plex or whatever else, keep a local copy of the content as part of the perk of having a Floatplane subscription. DRM-free,
Streak you're on,
etc.
kind of
Look,
legendary.
the point
Read
is
the back.
it's much more challenging than I personally thought it would be.
It's not actually like hard to do. It's just, yeah, because like if first of all, most people don't watch 100% of every single video they try to watch through like a VOD stream. But if they're downloading it, now they're downloading the entire thing for you, everything, right? So, okay, so it's guaranteed to take more bandwidth on
If guerrilla warfare was easy, there'd be a situation has
average.
changed.
And
The
then you
capture
also
zone
have
is
the issue
moving.
that if a video, say the WAN show, say someone has a
Capture
script
zone
that
contested.
automatically
Securing the zone.
someone has a script that automatically
told me to do
downloads
it.
every single VOD that shows up on Floatplane. That's going to include VODs of the WAN show. Now they're downloading
You gotta win this
4-hour
revolution
long videos.
single-handedly, eh?
They don't
Protect the
have to
zone.
download 4
That's a
hours.
lot of deaths for one life.
If you're streaming it, you can deliver it to them over the course of the 4 hours. They probably cut the entire thing out, so you're saving bandwidth anyways. But no, they want it bang. Yeah, downloads are, I don't know. It's fun.
Flash out!
LTT Store Whale. I own multiples of almost all your merch and love the quality. The one thing the rest of my family loves is the onesie. When will we get a new design?
Probably never. It hasn't been a big mover for us, and I
Securing the
don't think
zone.
we can
The
support
capture zone is changing
various
location.
sizes.
That'll
And
come in handy.
our speed count has ballooned, and we need to pare it down.
It's unfortunate because
Opening a cannon
I've heard
here.
this feedback before, and it's like, I don't know, Emma wears the onesie like all the time.
Yeah, the challenge for us is that a lot of the time, we still, in spite of our incredible reach in the tech sphere, we still struggle with marketing. We have really good quality products, and the feedback, go on the bloody site and read reviews. The feedback on the products is great. Anytime I see someone talking about how overpriced our products are, I'm like, well, you're a f***ing idiot, because you clearly either
Enemy spy
don't
activated sonar.
understand how to create quality, gathering intel, or you do, and you've just decided to declare it as being something, and you've never even tried it. They're good products, and occasionally, even a good product can have a lemon, like, well, you know, a seam will rip once in a while, but that's what the Trust Me Bro guarantee is for.
The situation has
So
changed.
we've
The
got a
capture
good
zone
product.
is
We
moving.
just
The skill streak you're on.
we struggle to meet volume of it. I think part of it is just the focus of our product development. There's been a lot of landscape development when it comes to
We have the wind out
the
of the
direction
box.
for our physical goods. It's just like, you know, stuff that I like, stuff that I think is good, stuff I think is comfortable, and we. Yeah, I mean, Christmas month, I got the logo notebook today, so yeah, it's great. We sell
We're on
like
the zone.
2 a day or 1 a day or something. Like it's not meaningful. So something like that may very well get discontinued unless we can kind of figure out how to market things better. And until we figure out how to direct our product development a little bit better, it's going to be hard for us to craft messaging around it. And so it's kind of a chicken and egg thing. So we're going to have some stuff fail in order for us to succeed better at our core competencies.
This is the onesie. 89% of it.
Swapping mags, cover me.
Yeah, dude, we don't fuck around, but like, guys, we could do some
Revealing
word of
enemies.
mouth, you know?
Changing mags.
Because it's great.
Yeah.
I don't personally like onesies, but like I know like, people who MLS and wears it all the time.
Maybe if it wasn't called merch.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be. That could be a perception. I think a lot of people assume that our merch is merch. It's just some piece of crap with our logos over the printer. You know, for all the, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about our printer and our frustration with, you know, the scale that he operates at and all that kind of stuff. But are we using someone else?
Revealing enemies.
Yeah.
No. Why? Because he
Situation
fucking
has
cares.
changed. Captain Soul is moving.
He cares about his craft. He does a great job, and that's something that we respect more than, you know, an additional printing capacity, right? So. Can't move anything.
Hey DLL, have you had the chance to watch the Fallout show yet? If so, what do you think?
I was rather certain he hasn't. I haven't. I don't really watch shows. I was wondering if you have.
No, all I know that it's canon. The whole thing is canon.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But it's a bit of a meme because Fallout New Vegas had 3 endings and Todd Howard said they were all canon.
Did he? I thought Fallout New Vegas was really
It's basically this thing. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm not sure what the public perception is.
No, Fallout New Vegas is not. Wait, never mind. I read this wrong. No, the Fallout show didn't make New Vegas non-canon.
And then when Todd Howard was asked, my understanding is that he said, yeah, it's canon.
Howard told IGN there might be a little bit of confusion in some places, but everything that happened in the previous games, including New Vegas,
Which ending happened? Huh, Todd? Huh?
All of them.
Huh?
Not
All
even
of
just
them. It's a
endings.
multiverse. They're going multiverse.
No, no.
Makes sense. All are multiverse. So when the atomic bomb blew up, it created parallel realities.
Securing the
Wow,
zone.
people really want you to watch this show. Luke.
It's also all simulation.
They want you to watch it.
Good luck with that. I don't really watch shows. What is it even on?
I don't know.
No, I don't have it.
Plex. Wink. Luke, your front-end refactor to React is impressive. What's the motivation and how long did it take?
Guys, you're not going to convince me telling them it's on Prime.
That's going to make it worse.
That is actually the least convincing platform.
Yep. Don't have it. Tell you that much.
Yeah, he's not going to give Amazon $1.
Nope. But I might check out someone's ISOs. The React the React conversion thing.
Use Linus's account. Do have one.
We needed to do something. We needed to either majorly clean up what we had on Angular or refactor to React. It was honestly going to be probably a fairly similar amount of work to do one or the other. And at the point in time where we made the decision, I think React made complete sense. I think if we were making the decision now, it might have been less painful to stick with Angular. Angular had a massive update recently, which looked really good. But we're very happy with React. The team, Jaden especially, I think is like super, super stoked about the migration that's happening, or at least where it is now. It was a little painful along the way, but he's happy with where it is now. People are happy with the fact that we're going to be on React. React is a heavy component of the labs website as well. So something that's all warm and fuzzy for me is that my teams are working on similar platforms, which is very cool. I like that a lot. So I think the end result is better than if we stayed on Angular, even knowing that Angular did get the update, because I like the cohesion of across the teams working on similar things. So yeah, I'm very happy about the React refactor. Codebase is in a much better space now. A lot easier to work with. yeah, it's just better overall. Jaden's done a great job, and I also like the sidebar thing that were the platforms that we have, Flowplane, and the Labs website. They're like independent platforms that we have. I can't really count the store because Shopify runs. But the independent platforms that we have are becoming more and more because of how they're built, how their bones are set up, so that if you were a developer that worked here, you could potentially swim between the teams and it would be less painful, which is cool. But yeah.
Got another one for us, Dan?
I do. Hi, WAN.dll. I bought the Chevy Volt based on Linus's review, and it's the best car out there. Love it. Any major repairs or tweaks that you had to do for the car, and what should I do to keep it in good shape?
Nope. Some jackass sideswiped me in the suicide lane and knocked my mirror off. That's about the only issue I ever had with it. Volt.
Oh,
Yeah, that was ages ago.
I thought you were talking about your current car. I was like, how many billions of dollars is that going to be? Oh no!
Yeah. Winter clothes. It's not that bad. Yeah.
It's always the first ones.
Yeah, well, no, Yvonne curbed it once already on the summers, but that one was bad enough that I had it fixed. Jake knows a guy. Jake knows a guy for
Of
everything.
course, yeah.
Of course Jake knows a guy.
My guy's now Jake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Jake knows a guy. So I had that one touched up. Don't forget, I spilled muriatic acid in the back of it though.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
the first scratch was a
I forgot you did that.
doozy. She was a doozy.
That is impressive.
Fortunately, the floor mat covers it. Like you actually cannot tell
Yeah.
if the floor mat's in. So whatever.
Yeah.
Driven on Sundays, battery acid all over the place. I remember from a previous WAN show you said you used to be an avid hockey fan. Ever considered AHL games? My local team recently played Abbotsford, and it was a great time.
I have heard it's a blast. I have never gone. I've also heard that there used to be a roller hockey team in Vancouver. I heard those games were a
That'd probably be
blast
really
as
fun.
well. I
went
bought
to-
into the hype.
Of the roller hockey?
No, of NHL.
Oh, NHL.
Yeah, like I was like, I don't know, NHL and the convenience. It's on TV. I very rarely would go to an in-person game, but I watched on TV. I put on Team 1040 back in the day, AM radio.
No.
and listen to the talk show hosts and stuff. Like I was into.
Of course,
it,
the
but
first
didn't
game on, I get
physically
fucked
attend it. It's
again.
the convenience of following professional sports, right?
Yeah, I went to a game with my dad. at
Nothing
the
but
event,
fucked all the time.
and it was really fun, to be honest. It was interesting because like I was talking to my dad. I think we saw.
Maybe some route over there. I'll check for us. Follow the leader.
I think it was. I know we've gone to go see the Bandits there, which is the basketball team, but it was the Vancouver Giants versus someone. I don't remember who. And it was really fun. And you get that like I've watched some NHL games where you can tell they're like holding on in reserve.
Got my
This
boozles
isn't
at
the
the ready.
playoffs. Let's not get injured, whatever. These guys were going hard the whole time. It wasn't a playoff game at all, and they were just like every
Right,
play
'cause
they were just sending it.
Every play you are
Potentially getting scouted. Yeah, so it was very high energy the whole time, regardless of what the score was. It was very fun to watch. I had a good time. I don't even remember who won. It was just like entertaining the whole time. So yeah, and the tickets were cheap, and
it
the
can
arena's
be,
closer.
It can be more interesting when everyone's good, but not so good that they don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
What's more exciting, a clean, tight defense, or a big giveaway at center ice?
And like they're so much better than me that I would look like a clown. So like,
Which we know for sure because we've tried it.
yeah, I can't skate. Nerd sports, it's fun to watch. But so like the skill gap is there that
Dude,
you're still
Wraith, are you
watching
fucking bros? What are you
people,
doing,
like,
bro?
incredibly
Holy
good
fuck,
at this
yeah.
thing. So like,
Getting out of
that's
this game with you?
established, but then they're not necessarily quite NHL level. Maybe some of the players are, and they'll get scouted up or whatever. But it was very fun to watch.
Why still no ATX 12 VO? I really want to see it take off, and while the BTF format seemed like the perfect opportunity to do it, they're all still using the legacy specification.
Intercompatibility, man. It's gonna take off in pre-builds, and then and servers. It's happening already there. In fact, I'd be surprised if they don't go even higher than 12 volt in servers. They're going to want that efficiency, and then over time, eventually, maybe we'll get it on the desktop, but it doesn't look like it has any momentum right now.
You can call me Bloodhound.
Hey, Line, Lukey, and Dano, what's your thoughts on automatically changing Twitter.com to X.com? How did shenanigans like Twitter.com get past quality assurance?
Well, I don't think they have much in the way of QA right now. Like, it's pretty obvious that it's.
They fire them all?
Yeah, it just seems to be a zoo over there right now. You know about this, right?
No.
Oh yeah, so any reference to Twitter.com in a tweet, they were just automatically changing to X.com, so people could have SETWITTER.com, and it would go to that website that would change the appearance to sex.com.
Supply bin there.
So any URL that ended with an X, so that's why they were saying netflixtwitter.com, that would show as netflix.com in the tweet, but if you clicked it, it would go to netflixtwitter.com. So phishing was a huge concern. I think that mostly people who were smart raised this as an issue, and it mostly, probably these domains didn't fall into the hands of too many phishers, but probably some people got screwed over by it. Yeah. They just do stuff every day these days.
Act fast.
Yeah, break stuff and break a lot of stuff. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
What is the worst piece of tech that was adopted en masse? Early smartwatches without even a day of battery life seemed like a terrible mass landfill product.
That's what happens when you get too
mean,
excited.
Pretty good example.
Adopted en masse. Oh, PDAs.
For VIPs
I'd say
only.
PDAs gained
We have
enough
45
mainstream
seconds, and the next
acceptance.
ring's right there.
And the life cycles for those were so short. Like Palm Pilots and stuff, people used them for a couple of years, essentially threw them away because they were getting so much better so fast, and the early ones were terrible.
A couple years is not bad. For a tech device, getting a couple
Is
years.
there some
Yes,
invisible
but
guy
I mean,
by
it's a
me?
pretty substantial amount of e-waste.
The fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
Tech. That's my answer.
It's all eventually e-waste.
Just potentials left. Feel free to curate, or we can just go through.
Humans are dust to dust. E-waste is sand to garbage.
Oh, that just makes me sad. Humans return to the earth. And tech just goes
Goes to the pile.
It's more depressing.
Yeah.
From earth to pile.
Optics here.
Earth to pile. Sand to garbage.
I need a hop
We
up.
gather here today to look at the Apple Lisa.
Oh.
Whatever.
Poor Lisa.
TSA took my black shaft screwdriver, so I guess I have to buy a stubby. Linus, you mentioned not doing another onesie. For other low volume products, would you consider doing similar to Mass Drop?
What we have over here.
Delivering care package.
I don't know, we could, but I realistically don't
I
think.
feel good
I
about
think you
this care
guys would be
package.
surprised
Shall
at
we?
how many onesies you have to order in order to do a run of them. It's like hundreds and hundreds. Like I just don't think we'd. I don't think we'd see the demand. I mean, we do it with printed T-shirts, but we also have to have reasonable
Thirsty repeater here.
turnaround times for these things. Like people get antsy when we say, hey, yeah, this is a print to order and it's not going to ship for a few weeks. There's people messaging us after a week and a half going like, where the fuck my order, right? Like it's, well, it's exactly where we told you it was going to be. It's not created yet. And with the way that delays can occur, with the way that quality issues can crop up at the last minute, I don't need a headache in my life. I don't need the money that badly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like, yeah, I could say, okay, yeah, we'll do a onesie and a new pattern and it'll be great, but then if we get it in and the quality sucks, like, now what? I don't feel like, I don't want the headache. It's basically what it comes down to.
Don't drive in
Duke, Dinus, Lan, and Lan Linus. Do you know, do you ride your bike with your LTD backpack on? If so, how well does it do after a slide?
We know.
There's a couple people who have posted backpacks post-accident on the subreddit. Personally, I haven't wiped out with it on. I wouldn't say that it's a good idea. It's not Kevlar reinforced. It's not armored or anything. So you should definitely have proper gear aside from your bag. But I do ride a motorcycle, and it is something that I considered whether it would be comfortable with riding gear on and stuff. And I like it. Some other people like it, but it's not a promoted use case for the product.
Hey, LDL, you can fight over who is the first L. Thanks for all the entertainment over the years. What brand of optical DP cable are you running for your racked PCs for the game room?
It's me, Infinite Cables.
Yeah. Shout out Infinite Cables.
I don't
Hey,
think you've even registered that.
Luke is
No, I'm reading stuff.
Nice.
Luke is gone.
So I got dibs.
Nice.
Oh, on the first L?
Yeah.
Whatever, that's fine. You already took the name of all the
I'm the
companies
King
and
L.
everything else. I bought the company for $1. That means my name's on it.
I'm the biggest L.
Hey,
I do
Shops open for
I do
business.
often regret going with that.
We tried.
I know, you and Ed really did try.
Yeah.
Yvonne tried to talk me out of it too.
Yvonne Tech Tips.
You know what the example I cited was
Mid-range.
for why I just thought it didn't matter? You could just call the company whatever. It
Nice
could just be my
choice.
name. It's, who
You got
cares?
good
Like,
taste.
people will just not think about it that way. Do you know what it was?
No.
Rogers Sugar.
Jump drive.
I was like, nobody thinks about that probably someone named Roger or something Rogers invented the sugar company. It's just Rogers Sugar. Who gives a f? And I was like, just whatever, Linus Media Group. It's not even the public-facing thing. The channel's already Linus Tech Tips anyway. What difference does it make?
Hammer point.
Turns out a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, nice.
Hey, tall, short, and in between. If you could collaborate with any creator, brand, or celebrity on LTD Store, who would it be? What would you make?
Listen up, I'm calling a lifeline packaging.
I mean, I wouldn't presume to tell any creator what they should or shouldn't make. I would want to know their ideas. I mean, who'd have thought Ludwig would be passionate enough to make a bidet? I wouldn't have seen that one coming in 100 years. The reviews, by the way, on the store are
Shield
great.
battery. Shield
I mean,
battery
he was
here.
really into bidets before he sold bidets.
I guess we have these listed under other.
Enemy here.
That makes sense. But yeah, like, check this out. Facebook one, 4 stars.
Shield.
Swipe plus. How about a casual 88% 5-star reviews here? Let's
Nice.
go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bidets are cool.
Or warm.
You scrub down your body with soap and water and all this other kind of stuff.
Do not use a bidet for that.
And then you have your poopy butthole. And you're like, nope, paper's good
I
enough.
will put this as a paper that was designed to disintegrate.
Yeah. Let's just go with that. And then
I'm just gonna kind of
don't
run
do
it
anything
down.
else. And I'll walk around all day like that. I don't know. Bidets are good.
Hi, Delinuke. What do you think about buying online movies you can't own and pirating it for streamer? Is it worth it to buy movies? What's the first one? Online movies you can't own and then pirating or stream recordings.
Oh, so like buying the movie on I don't know, where can you buy these days? Who cares? Yeah, YouTube. So buying the movie on YouTube and then just being like, well, f it, they got my money. I don't care about any of this. If my collection goes away, I will now guilt-free pirate an ISO for this and put it on my Plex server. I say that's up to you.
Yeah.
Personally, that would be well within my bounds of what I would consider to be acceptable, because at the end of the day,
It's not by that company, to be clear. I believe that still
yeah,
makes
sure.
it no less illegal.
But I don't care.
But I agree.
The rights holder got their money.
Yeah,
That's
that's what matters.
what matters to
Yeah.
me. And oh shoot, man, I was going somewhere with this. Well, doesn't matter. The
It's
point
like
is,
the ad block thing.
yeah, the point is, I would do that completely guilt. Oh yeah, I know where I was going with this. In fact, if anything, I would say that if your goal is to ensure that the rights holder gets paid, that's actually a lot better than going and buying a used Blu-ray. Because that Blu-ray was already paid for and watched or whatever. Like, for me, I that's obviously well within my bounds. As far as I'm concerned, as long as I have bought a license of that movie at some point, I'm like, I'm good. But yeah, if it's like a really great movie and you want to support it in some way, but you're just like, no, man, I'm not going to log into some stupid website or put the plastic disc. What year is it, right? Like, yeah, just buy it and then pirate it. I don't care. I'm not going to. That's not that I am the judge of any of this, and I'm not. I'm not a legal. This is not legal advice. But for me personally, I consider that to be okay for me personally. And that's a personal decision everyone has to make for themselves personally. Geeky Vapor says, so if I saw a movie at a theater, it's okay. Well, that's up to you. That's my whole point. It's always up to you.
You're acting outside of the law, effectively.
Yeah.
You need to draw your own moral lines.
That's all I've ever said, guys. All I ever said.
Whatever happened to upside down PC cases that opened on the right side panel with the motherboard upside down? Everyone needs their PC sitting on that side of the desk? I don't know. I personally run a reverse case.
There you go. Dan has them all.
I have the one that supports it now.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of product development?
I think I like brainstorming the most. I've always been like
It's fun.
like an idea.
It's energetic.
Yeah, it's exciting. Before you get into the real world, anything is possible. You know, like, oh man, we could. What if we made a laser pointer out of failed screwdriver shafts?
Did you just do that again? Did you do that thing again?
I think we've talked about that before. We're making a fail pointer.
Yeah.
It's going to be made out of failed screwdriver shafts. It's hilarious. Thomas had some serious reservations about the ergonomics because the cell that I wanted on the back, and I wanted it to be user replaceable and all this stuff. He's like, dude, this thing's gonna look like an
Hello,
ant
buddy.
queen. Like, it's got
I
this
checked your
giant
videos.
box
Seems
on it.
like you are new and kick
And
and
I'm like,
streaming
no,
a
man,
lot
it
and
just kinda
still not
sits, like, right
affiliated
here
or
and
Oh my
partnered
God,
yet.
shut the fuck
I
up.
got a proposal for you.
No,
I will
shut
share
the
your
fuck
stream to
up,
a
you
kick
stupid
community for you
fuck.
to hit 1,000
I don't
followers
care
and
about
nothing
what
less
you
than
wanna do.
$1,000 per
How do I
stream.
block you?
I will generate organics followers and
meant
viewers
to
for you to
Stream,
enable
block
your
that
sub button.
bitch.
Chat me up on Discord to
Never
discuss more if you
No,
are
block.
interested. My
It is
Discord
dangerous for their
username is
eyes.
Add to block.
ROSH2006.
But if you were to do it,
No one cares.
this would be a reasonably low power
Holy
laser pointer
shit.
that would run for like hours and hours and hours.
Blocked.
That's all I got. That's it.
That's all I got too.
That's the end of the show.
Hey, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.
Enemy spotted.
I'm gonna have to go up here, go boom, go to YouTube.
Oh yeah, ultimate's ready.
Order subscriptions. Look through, see if there's anything bad. Maybe at the beginning of that one.
Hostile over there.
Care package being delivered. New kill leader
Care
appointed.
package. I love these things.
Amped cover for you, mates. Feel good.
I think we're good.
Backing up my cover.
I'll wash later.
You guys go to communion?
Communion?
Church?
I used to. I was forced into it.
Why are you forced?
It's church. It's called communion, or is that a specific part of the program?
So we get the bread.
The bread.
I leveled up and earned an upgrade too. Got an upgrade. Gonna put it to use.
It's like bread that represents
All right, brothers, keep your eyes on the...
Tossing Arcstar.
the grape juice or the wine represents blood. It's like really fucked up, but that's what
Oh, I was an altar. I was an altar
that was
girl.
my favorite part.
Wait,
when I
no
was a kid.
shot. I
I
was
would
an altar
always
boy.
Really?
Yeah, I was the blood of Christ. That was
Making contact with the enemy.
time do you wake
But they
up?
had wine from people.
There's an enemy.
Come and get your birthday present. You and me.
I feel on Marvel.
What do you do when also this is just the father that or the person who yeah, that guy.
Taking fire, brothers.
By doing what? Breaking his stuff.
I didn't call him father, I called him brother.
That's pretty on brand actually.
Enemy over there.
I'm like eating like this and I feel so like
Cracked an enemy shield.
You basically
I'm taking the shot.
Carry
Reloading.
the cross, you hold the book for him,
Down one.
Go push with him. You can finish off the squad.
Firing.
The champion.
And a champion just fell.
These fuckers get out right here.
I'm getting shot. Don't shield out. Give my shields a recharge. Reloading.
Getting right inside the door. Directly in front of you, dude. That door. He's up now.
Reload.
Got a banner in hand.
Pass me that sugar.
my dad would always preach that all the time. He'd go, oh yeah, if you're religious, that's like a green flag.
No, it's still religious.
It's terrible. That's like definitely not.
Today, CPU power draw is getting wild. New chip competitor reveals the release date, AMD's gearing up, and new information on Ryzen 9000 CPUs as well as their monster APU. Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. This video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. First up for today, it's starting to look like
It's late 2023. The Phoenix area.
The fuck is that?
Been going over strategy. I am ready for anything.
We're winning this for the car.
You think I rely on women for content? Watch, I can just me and Wick can be on stream with no problem.
With the right moves, she takes this one.
I licked an avocado once.
Oh god. Did it taste like cock?
Okay, yeah. What?
Pokey doesn't know the avocado story.
Fuck.
Can you say the same?
What? Yes, you did.
Which one?
I licked the penis.
What does that have to do with avocados?
It tastes like avocado.
Oh! When you went home with
Get ready. Let's go that way.
Yeah.
When I went home,
I do recall the avocado part.
the skater boy, she said, here's my penis, and I sucked it.
I recall.
Go backside. Two teams? Two teams, I think. Definitely one.
I want to say I don't know what those things are.
Alright, just one.
My lips.
Avocado.
Rampage here.
You know, I actually have herpes.
I've got no gun. They're chasing me hard.
I can prove it to you.
Come to me, where are you at?
Oh my god, save me, daddy. You got eyes? They're on height.
Why does every girl say that when I'm with them?
I'm talking
You're not chasing me that hard. Like, I might have exaggerated. Okay?
Next ring's far.
If I want to
I just wish they
I
were
want to have some
hard.
fucking pancakes off now.
I think that's what it is.
I'll get a joke I'll say for Rumble.
They're bottom floor.
I was going to say, if I want some pancakes over, I'll buy an extra
Yeah, I'm grabbing some ammo and then I will move in.
like a month now.
Coming right now. But
Oh my god, I hit 72 on caustic, bro. This friend swung me.
45. Healing up. Eyes are open.
Am I mean?
Recharging my shields.
Oh man. Bro, teammate. One's on me. He's camping him. He's trying to get it to knock.
Bro, what are you? What? Bro, what is this fucking kid doing, dude?
Going to face.
God.
He's getting out of there. You can craft us some scoops there. Hit the crafter below you.
Gonna put money on it for hard
Pick up our
chasing.
teammate's banner. Got our squad mate's banner. Attention.
Riz is right there, to your right. Don't go that way. Yeah, get us
Are you dumb? There's people there.
in. Yeah.
Well, then just res us and run.
Okay, I will. Good luck.
Another level, another upgrade.
Alright.
Got my upgrade. Let's see where it takes me.
Stefan, I'm gonna stay here and loot.
I returned from the other.
Need to recharge my shields.
Hang on, I'm crafting.
Gotta hop up here. Skull piercer.
Listen up, I'm getting shot
Can
at.
you pick it up?
Where are they at?
They're on height, I think.
Who's getting shot from where?
No, he's good.
Shield cell here.
Can I have?
Coming to
I
you
got
now.
time to
I need
pack
go
a
back.
bowl or no?
I would just wait to make sure they don't push,
No.
but
Just
I
take
think
this
you'll be
tower.
fine.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Where's that skull piercer at?
Where's the what at? You said?
Skull piercer.
I took it, bro. I picked up a 30-30.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
But I just realized I don't have.
Rethinking our strategy. How about moving there?
What's up, chat? People clap. I remember when I was on Justin.tv. Remember 2012?
I feel like this guy doesn't really need the bowl.
I feel like you don't need the ball, Mr. TTV, who doesn't even know what Justin.tv was. Don't know your history?
Justin dot this dick.
Justin dot, oh my god, so cool.
More like his dick.
Setting a portal.
Oh man.
How's your chat going?
I'll share.
It's good, man.
Exclamation help.
Yeah, he did a poll of if you should pack a bowl or not. Turns out it's a hard yes.
An astounding yes, yeah.
Turns out I didn't care whether they said yes, no, or maybe so. I would have done it regardless.
They actually voted for you to do it in the lobby. So if you want to just go
They
back.
actually said don't even use a bowl. Just
You want me to come to your lobby and do it right now? Okay, I'll come to your
You
lobby.
won't.
Hold on one second, you loser. You think I won't? Let me alt tab, bitch.
It's actually Alt F4.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, it's 1994! Thanks for telling me how my keyboard works. I need a Windows shortcut.
What fucking demon have we summoned?
Already inside the next ring. Good strategizing.
Oh, surely you don't need another bowl. Promise.
Oh fuck, on me.
Just run. I'm nowhere near you, bro.
Replicator coming in.
Grabbing this harvester for us.
Oh, fellas. I need help.
Getting shot at.
Fellas. I need help.
I got a level?
Alright, Ben, I'm bringing the party to you.
Firing.
Alright, Ben, I'm bringing the party to you.
Ben! He's bringing the party to you, Ben.
Half gone. Half left.
He's bringing the party to you, Ben.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Taking shots. Void jumping. Attention. There is a recharging my shields.
New kill leader. Wonder what the fight is.
Getting shot at. I've been killed.
Fear has ruled your actions today.
Oh my god, my game just crashed so hard, bro. Okay, I'm back.
Ah, you're good. Homie just got killed.
Ben,
by
I
a
think
squad.
your team, I think your streamcast too there, Mr. Maze. Is your OBS reconnecting or what?
His IBS's.
Oh my god, you got irritable bowel syndrome? You want to shit your pants all the time.
That guy.
Bro, subscribe and throw 500 bits his way. He'll shit his pants on camera.
I'm not even.
I bet he would. Problem is, I'm not an OnlyFans type guy like you are, buddy. Like I said, Justin.tv in 2012, long before there was money in it.
For toes.
You newcomer.
Probably like a pair of nice thong that has like 1 or 2 good workouts in them.
Is he in the just chatting scene or the bathtub, hot tub, lingerie, bounce up and down?
And I'm just gonna grab cannon and get the fuck out of here.
Apparently I pissed every prowler off, so I'm just also gonna do that. Here we go. Wait, do you have people on you?
Yeah, there's like. Yeah, car just rolled up to where that squad was looting. Where?
Well, there's some solo that's driving around in a fucking car.
Alright, I'm gonna craft this banner really quick.
Bro, I can't believe I have a 30-30 PK. Like, what is this game?
Oh, I just fucked up. I crafted ammo by accident. Fuck.
Oops. Darn it.
You're gonna have to hit him.
Oh, I really wanted him to be in the game.
We're not going in the
Oh,
ring. Check out the tech.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Cool your horses or whatever they say nowadays.
Replicator on its way.
Bring it down a
Can't
notch.
see
I can't even.
fucking
You know what's
anything,
funny is I can't even hear him, but I'm just assuming that he's screaming about some shit.
Got an upgrade. Ito na.
Okay, there's someone on the hill. Stefan, drop down. There's someone on the hill with
Oh
a bow.
my god, really, guys?
Yeah, watch out, watch out. Where is this crafter? I'm gonna go hit him right now.
It's up here. I'll just send to me, I think. Just be careful.
I got it. Alright, cool. Okay, pack it up, Scrappy.
I can't even get your fucking banner to craft it too because I fucked up the.
It's all good, bro. We're just having fun out here. Where's my music at? Here we go.
In progress. Good thing I'm inside the ring. Delivering care package.
Did you think I had waited for you guys to pack, or what? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
How's that soda treating ya?
Benny's watching your stream.
No, I know he is.
I ain't just watching the stream, I'm engaging with the stream. I'm participating.
With the stream, bro.
No, I know he's engaging so hard.
Hold on, I'll bring it up on my phone.
I'm not just a...
Dude, this is like some Inception.
He's engaging so hard. It is. This guy's engaging so hard, dude.
Hold on. There's no
Why?
way. Up on my phone.
I'm not just a...
Honestly, I'm just gonna hang out here and see how long I go for. Fuck
Dude,
it.
just vibe out at the Ritz-Carlton, my brother. It is. This guy's engaging so hard. If I were you, when they do get down there, just face the rock, and then you won't. No, don't do that. Why? Wait, is there a Moby in there? Oh, there's another replicator. Stefan, go see if there's a Moby that came inside that. Dude, just vibe out at the Ritz-Carlton, my brother. Bro, could you imagine if there's a fucking Moby inside that? If I were you, when they do get down there, just face the rock, and then you won't. Don't do that. Oh my god, is there a heat shield? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'll give you a heat shield instead. Wait, is that respawn? Oh, there's another replicator. Stefan, go see if there's a Moby that's normally there. I came inside that.
No, it's been taken already.
Looks like I'm inside the ring.
How long of a delay do you have on your stream?
Ben, how long of a delay do you have on your stream?
Bro, I don't have a delay.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Moby inside that?
Between now and since this game started, how many bowls have you smoked?
Yeah, how many bowls you packed? How many bowls you ripped there, brother? Oh my god, I hate you.
More than you losers. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Burn. Did I take it personally? Yes. Ouch. Yes. Wait, that's cool.
Did you get smoked in the head like a little bitch?
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye, chat. Throw your favorite emote in the chat.
I remember. I don't have a delay. If it's delayed, it's just lagging.
Four 4460696. Let's go. Search my Google Voice. Let's text that bitch. Alive. Yep. QRS-TUV. No. Give me my legend. Let's go into the Google. What? Google Voice. There you go, bitch.
Pay attention. You might learn a thing or two.
If there's dirty deeds need doing, I'll do them dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done.
Good, I'm the jump master.
Dirt cheap.
Gonna go joke.
What's
Let's
up
land
with
this bird
you?
right there.
I don't need no fucking settings. Is the Wi-Fi not set up? Wi-Fi is not on.
I look forward to getting my hands on you.
I'm Jump Master. Let's give this a blast, eh? Beauty of a view, eh? Let's rock and roll.
Enemy over there. Don't let them see you. There's someone. Enemy landed near me. They just can't resist me, can they? Beginning ring countdown.
This is the beginning of a horror movie?
Lucky for you, I've got
It's
some
about to
extra
get real
supplies
spooky
here.
in here.
1 minute, and the ring
With all that breathing, I think it already got spooky.
Attention.
Rings close, 45 seconds on the clock. Today's coming up aces.
First blood. That was quick.
They're shooting at me. Reloading.
Not far from the ring.
Shooting.
Recharging me shields.
Target over there.
Extra out.
Who's
Shattered an enemy shield.
Grenade, heads up. Healing. I'll walk it off.
Who's getting hit from where?
I cracked an enemy shield.
Two of them up here.
Reloading.
Rings close, 10 seconds. Hold on to your knickers. Healing up. She'll be right.
Got one down over here.
I spy an enemy. Taking fire. Reloading. Recharging my shields. Warning. Movement in progress. We're all outside the ring and the wall of death is coming our way. Attention.
Being shot at.
Taking fire. I'm down.
Here comes the old knuckle buster.
New kill.
Juicing me shields.
I better grab an upgrade. It goes well with my level up.
Stand back, knuckle buster fire. Reloading.
They get mad third parties. You got a homie right on you right there that you know of.
Truth, I'm down. Got us a care package coming in.
I'm upgraded and ready to jam. Here's drone if you need it.
This shit's fucking crazy. What the fuck just happened there? I don't got time to wait around, but I might try and get you up right now. Before they get to us, if I move. I groove. Shake it and I make control. Hey. You with me? Hello?
Don't worry, I got a squad mate's banner. Don't worry, I got a squad mate's banner.
Hello? Hello? Would you like me to get you up? Hello? Hello? Are you out there? Hello?
Just respond, pussy.
What you say?
I just get it.
You better think again.
I couldn't leave so many treasures behind.
Back in the fight, fellas.
Back in the fight.
Let's go. Now don't fold up again. Lawn chair boy.
Got some crafting to do.
Enemy over here.
Being shot at. Letting rip. Recharging me shields.
Let's go here.
Deploying me knuckle cluster. Joker's shooting at me. Juicing me shields. Healing up. You'll be right.
They're coming to you.
Grenade.
I'm scared.
Jump drive in position.
Knuckle cluster out.
I'm Bone Crusher, boy. I ain't never scared.
Okay, dead
I see
mouse.
an enemy. They're shooting at me.
Being shot. Oh, damn. Enemy here.
Reloading.
You get his card, I'll get his thing.
Oh, I'll get the Bard alright.
Sending up an evac tower. Taking fire.
Let me get out of here.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring's far.
No, so we ain't getting this card. I get it. Gotcha.
Attention. Delivery.
We discarded your son.
Tossing jump drive.
Oh shit.
Oh no, they're
They
flying
coming to
right
you.
in on me, Pa.
Enemy landed
Yep.
near me.
I'm going away from you then.
Yeah, come up that rope, I dare ya.
Get
Jump
all the
drive
way
in
up,
position.
then all the way left. Craft his card.
Taking
Move
fire.
it, shake
I
it.
ain't
I'll
never
probably have to
scared.
craft
What?
you again.
I ain't never scared. What?
Are you trying to be
1 minute
DMX
until
right
the
now?
ring closes. Still got time to
Bone Crusher, fool.
Oh, okay, fool.
I don't even know who DMX
Oh
is.
no, son.
jump drive.
35, ring ain't close.
We're done.
Shoot it. Shot. Take. Damn it, that hurt. I'm down.
I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never
Map show
scared.
was spread out
What?
to be marked.
Man, that was fun. What a good time. Really appreciate the effort.
Only 10 seconds left. Not beside the
Can you not do that?
Would y'all rather have an extra finger on your hand or thumbs on your feet?
Half the squads are gone. I'm fine with that.
I'd rather
know
have
you
a
love
teammate
toes,
that
bro,
could
so I
use
know you
their.
can get at it.
I don't love toes. I'm not.
And Harry Hobbit
Not
feet,
gonna
all of
fucking
that shit.
king shame you, but I. Oh shh.
And what about the 7?
Don't worry, I got a squad mate's banner. Don't worry, I got a squad mate's banner.
He already did it. We go half around. Let's move, motherfucker, before they come on me.
What are we gonna do about this? You know?
We're gonna keep running. Like Forrest Gump out here. Trying to keep you two alive again for the second time in this game.
We're completing you, the evil.
What do you think? Do I get in there? It's gonna be rough. Oh. Ooh, they're all in there fighting. If I get you up, they're gonna. Oh.
Replicator on its way down.
I can't believe that shit, dude. What terrible. Oh my god. Wow. 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 Whoa, how did that happen?
A man set himself on fire outside the Manhattan
What the
courthouse
fuck
where
is
Donald
this,
Trump
dude,
was
bro?
being
I
tried.
was not going to that video.
To look like CPU power draw is getting absolutely bonkers. This story originally comes from this leaker who just shared images and specs of Intel's next generation Xeon 6 series of CPUs. Remember that Intel officially announced last year that their Sierra Forest processors would come with up to 288 cores. Now, these are their E cores, so they don't include hyperthreading, but still, that's a massive boost over anything we've seen out of Intel. This leaker actually shared some evaluation boards for both Sierra Forest and the P-Core equivalent Granite Rapids. And as you can see, these sockets are massive. Then he also shared the CPUs themselves. But the interesting part is that he actually shared the full breakdown of specs for the upcoming parts. And when it comes to these, as you can see, they're set to offer a full lineup with a wide range of TDP. But if you're wanting that 288 core beast, you're looking at a massive TDP of 500 watts. And actually, if you wanted anything from 72 to 128 cores of their performance cores, you'd still be looking at 500 watts. For reference, their current high-end Emerald Rapids 8592 Plus comes with a TDP of 350 watts. Of course, 128 cores is a massive jump from that CPU's 64 cores, but still, power draw is getting to some wild levels all around. And next up for today, a new challenger for AMD and Intel is finally releasing. But first, I've been looking for the ultimate desk for years now, and today, I found it. It's called the FlexiSpot E7 Pro, and I'm not joking when I say that it's the sturdiest desk I've ever owned, even better than the one I built myself. And that's not even a motorized desk. Basically, this bad boy is incredible. For starters, it's rated to hold a whopping 440 pounds. It also comes with a super nice cable organizer. They offer drawers, wheels, tons of desktop options, and more, so you can make it the perfect desk for you. Really, FlexiSpot is that kind of company that doesn't just get the big things right, it even does the small things. I mean, check out this sweet magnetic cable cover here. And I love a sit-stand desk because I can use it to make awesome B-roll. I can change positions of it, whether I'm wanting to stand or sit when filming, or I can even just move it down some when I want to sit a little higher. So check out the FlexiSpot E7 Pro down in the description below, or any number of FlexiSpot's other desks. They've got something for everyone. Oh, and when you use my exclusive code here, you'll get $30 off any of their E7 lineup. Now back to the story. I've discussed Qualcomm's Snapdragon X Elite chips for a little while now. There are a series of upcoming CPUs with integrated GPUs that are actually coming to Windows notebooks. But what's wild about these is that they're based on the ARM architecture instead of x86 like Intel or AMD. And apps like Google's Chrome are already releasing ARM optimized versions on Windows. But for applications that don't already support ARM, Windows will use x86 emulation. So we'll have to see how that part goes. But so far, it seems like Qualcomm is taking this seriously, and the performance that we've seen looks really impressive. I mean, these chips can actually game. Well, it's looking like they're finally nearing a release, as Snapdragon's official Twitter account just tweeted out, quote, "Stay tuned for April 24th," and a new video that clearly shows the upcoming chip leading into coming soon. Basically, the company is likely set to announce their upcoming products on April 24th. Of course, time will tell just how successful these end up being, but it's always nice to see some new competition in the space. Next up, it looks like AMD is really getting things ready for their next generation Ryzen 9000 CPUs. Because in a new blog post from MSI, they officially announced their newest BIOS update for their X670E, X670, B650, and A620 motherboards. And as you can see, they flat out say it. Quote, "MSI 600 series motherboard will support AMD's next-gen CPU." Now, that may not seem like much, given we've caught other motherboard vendors releasing BIOS updates that clearly support next-gen CPUs, and Asus even just added one to their B650E motherboard that says the same thing. But given the fact that MSI is flat announcing it, not just putting it in the description of their update, it's pretty clear that things are moving along well, and AMD is gearing up to announce their upcoming products. Fingers crossed that they can deliver on performance. And lastly for today, we're starting to get more information on Ryzen 9000 as well as the company's upcoming monster high-end part, Strix Halo. Remember that this bad boy is set to be a new top-end APU that comes with an integrated GPU with 40 CUs or 2560 cores. That's the same number of cores in AMD's 6700 XT. But it doesn't stop there, because it's set to come with their next-gen RDNA 3.5 architecture. Either way, today there's a new leak that originally comes from the Chinese ChipL forums and later reported by PC Gamer. But before I get to this, I do want to say that apparently some of this seems to be speculation, but it's tough to see which is and which isn't. Though I can at least say that Strix Halo is a real chip that AMD's working on. That I know for a fact. Either way, as you can see, they shared a slide that supposedly goes over the structure of Strix Halo. And starting things off, the chip is apparently built on an MCM design with 2 desktop chiplets with 8 Zen 5 cores in each, making for a full 16-core CPU, and it's based on TSMC's N4X. Not only that, but according to this, the CPU gets up to 5.8 GHz, meaning if this is right, AMD's Ryzen 9000 is at least getting a bit of a boost in clocks, potentially even higher than this though, because it has to deal with the thermals of that monster integrated GPU. And speaking of that part, as you can see here, it has this SoC die, which comes with 40 CUs based on RDNA 3.5. It also apparently comes with the same Infinity fabric from Navi 31 to connect everything together. Not only that, but he shared what seems to be the expected performance numbers from the upcoming part. And as you can see, the 3D Mark Time Spy score is right around the 4070M, and actually gets close to the 4060 Ti desktop GPU. He also shows a part that comes with 32 CUs, but I don't know if that's actually a thing or not. Finally, he shows a very decent boost in Cinebench performance for the CPU. But of course, I definitely take that with a grain of salt. Really, I think the big takeaway here is that Andy's gearing up to release an APU that will challenge mid-range discrete desktop cards, and I can't wait to see it. So while that does it for today, are you pumped for this epic monster APU? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to check out FlexiSpot's awesome desk by visiting the link in the description below. And as always, have a great day.
A man set himself on fire outside the Manhattan courthouse where Donald Trump was being tried earlier today and left the scene in critical condition. Still alive, at least as of when they left the scene, although in these sorts of circumstances, obviously that is a serious set of injuries, and so who knows what the future will bring. But we do have some details coming from the scene and about the individual. He had a sign apparently saying something about Trump and Biden working together to orchestrate a coup, and another alleging some kind of Ponzi scheme. Since that time, a detailed manifesto has turned up online. We obviously will not be displaying that or reading that or anything like that.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's going to make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you. Thank you.
The man apparently told a woman to get away with him before he doused himself with gasoline, threw some flyers in the air, and then doused himself again before flicking a lighter and catching fire. The witness, was apparently 15 feet away, although people said that the heat could be felt 100 feet away from the fire that this man was engulfed in. Some of the flyers apparently referred to some conspiracy theories about NYU and generalized conspiracy theories, anti-government conspiracy theories about the CIA and the government at large. And so who knows if we'll have more details about this individual in the immediate aftermath of a horrendous, almost unthinkable tragedy like this. It seems kind of irrelevant, but it is an unfortunate thing that happened, certainly.
Yeah, so in these type of circumstances, it's either a person who's like the best person on earth or someone who's got significant mental health problems. I say that because, yes, some Buddhist monks care so much about the violence going on in conflicts like Vietnam and now Gaza that they'll light themselves on fire in protest, and it's happened in a couple other instances. It is an enormously extreme way to get attention to your cause, and obviously I don't recommend it, to say the least. Don't do that. Terrible idea. But look, there are some people who do it with good intent, even though I don't agree with it, right? But of course, a lot have mental health issues. The family here is saying that he had it, and you could tell. I read a piece of his manifesto is online now, and I read some of it, and I'll give you a small sample of it. You know, any manifesto has things that are true in it, right? Like, oh, this politician is a bad guy for X, Y, Z. Yeah, the politicians are bad guys, and probably for X and Z, but maybe not Y. But then when you get into Bill Clinton might have initiated Rob Lowe's sexual abuse when he was a teenager, because Rob Lowe supported Mike Dukakis over Bill Clinton in that primary. Okay, no, not a Buddhist monk. Guy who's obviously having some issues, and I feel terrible about it. This is not the right way to go, obviously. Yeah. It's just all it is super unfortunate. It's not on anybody's side, and there's no like political angle here where anybody gets to go ha ha. And he didn't hurt anyone else. He just hurt himself, and he's not okay, but he didn't die, and they're taking care of him in the hospital now.
Yeah, I mean it's initially, like, I'm glad we're getting a full picture. Because initially, I think it is relevant, right? Depending on is he a Trump supporter? Is he protesting Trump? What could this be? And I think a lot of us were racking our brains. But yes, it does seem like he has some kind of mental illness. I really hope he pulls through. He is throwing Trump and Biden under the bus in some of his manifestos and his writings and whatnot. But like, it's not irrelevant to what was happening. It just seems like he used what was happening as an opportunity to draw attention to himself. That being said, I'm reminded, of course, of Air Service member Aaron Bushnell, who killed himself the same way to protest the genocide in Gaza. And I'll continue to remember him as we remember those Buddhist monks who also did something similar.
Yes. It was an incredible act of conscience, but still, guys, don't do it. There's much, much better ways to protest.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.
Ultimate accelerant here.
So what is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about NVIDIA. What are they going to do? Are they going to, how is the 5090 going to work? Like, people are interested in this new NVIDIA hardware. What's it going to do? How fast is new GPU going to be? I just thought I would talk about it. So what do we see from NVIDIA? Blackwell multi-chip module approach, as we've seen 200 billion transistors. We've seen this massive reservoir of transistors, and they're like, is that going to make the desktop GPU much better? Now, when you looked at Hopper from the previous generation, that wasn't that impressive compared to when we seen Ada. Ada was very impressive because you'd gotten a 600 millimeter square die, which had so many transistors compared to Hopper, and I was like, how did they do, like, what is the wizardry here? What is the sorcery? And now you look at Blackwell and you go, well, they've got lots of transistors. Is you know, the new one going to be, you know, is it going to be Blackwell? Like, is it going to be Blackwell 1 or 2? I really don't know. Like, they're talking about this as it's going to be that thing. I don't know. But is it going to be chiplet is the main question that we need to answer, right? Because if it's not going to be chiplet, it's going to be fairly underwhelming. I will say that wholeheartedly. I don't think it's going to be very, you know, unbelievably
Looks like a care
fast
package is coming
if it's
in.
not going to be
Big
chiplet. This
things
is
in
a
that.
fundamental argument that I've been having with myself over the last while. Is it going to be chiplet? Is it going to be chiplet? Is it going to be chiplet? Chiplet is very beneficial for NVIDIA in terms of the way
These
they can
people
do
want
things.
me.
Like, imagine a world where you can
Here,
do
all
the same graphics card, like fucking loads of them. You put two of them together, and you fuse them together, and now that's your fucking. You know, oh, I need a 5070. I can just take one of those same chiplets, exact same chip. I don't have to make a new thing. I don't have to go off. I just take that one. It's got, like, you know, it'll, instead of having a 384-bit bus as a whatever bit bus, and now I can just put that thing on a with half the memory, and now I've got a 5070. Like, you know, it's the same chip. They don't have to, like, change designs or work. Like, that is unbelievable, and that would lead to ridiculous reduced cost in cost to manufacture, and in terms of getting it to you as a consumer. Which, if NVIDIA really wants to break this back of really high prices, but yet keep margins really high, they need to come up with some sort of wizardry or sorcery in order to get that product to you at the level that you want it and at the level they want it, right? This is the reality of the market as we speak. You know, if you look at Ada and what we got with Ada, we got very, very cheap to manufacture products, but NVIDIA needed to keep margins so high, like so high, because it would, if the margins were lower, it would affect them selling these. They wouldn't be able to go to, hey, investors, look at all our cool chips that we're selling, but yeah, our margin is only 50% because our chip cost has gone up, but we're trying to maintain the prices that we were maintaining last generation. So we're not making a lot of money on the gaming stuff, but everything's fine because we're making all this money on the AI. No, that's not the way it works. They have to keep the average kind of, you know, selling price up, and that's how they do it. So with these new things, it's like, if it's chiplet, it's going to be banging. If it's chiplet, you can probably rely on prices being fairly cheap, right? Because, you know, as I said, they don't have to have multiple masks. They don't have to spend a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. They don't have to. It's just like, oh, we've got two for the 5090. We might have 2 cut down ones for the 5080, and then we'll have one for the 5070. You know, and so on and so forth. Like, that's what they could do. I don't think they
Here we go. It's a long
I
drop.
really don't.
Fun.
In which case, just expect a 40% performance increase over the previous generation. Good friend of mine, Cortex, the video was talking about. NVIDIA could be 70% faster. If they're going to be 70% faster, they need to be chiplets, right? Let's be all realistic. Well, in fairness, they could go fuck it and just go, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to make an 800mm spare die. And in which case, if they do that, yeah, they can be 70% faster. They do that, right? It's going to be 600mm squared again. That's what it's going to be. And as we've learned, they're probably going to be a 4nm again, right? So if they're 4nm again, they're going to be not chiplets. Then, you know, all you're backing on is architectural improvements. You know, the way that Ada was a 144 SM GPU, but instead of selling you 144 SMs, they only sold you 128. So like, they've got room there. So now if they make like a 170 SM GPU or something like that, like, you're only really comparing a 128 SM GPU to the 160 SM.
Where are they?
You know what I mean? Like, because they never sold you the full Ada chip, and if they never sold you the full Ada chip, you don't know that chip could have actually been 50% faster. So all they have to do is build a 30% faster chip, plus that extra 15%, and now get a chip that's 45% faster, because they weren't competing against a chip that would have been 15% faster if they ever sold a fully unlocked Ada chip, which they never will now. So like, that's another thing that you could, you know, think about in terms of the performance of Ada you know, in comparison with Blackwell. I think when you look at this chip and you go, where is it going to lie and where is it going to sit, I think the safe bet is to say that NVIDIA is going to be around 35 to 40% faster than the 40. Like that's the realistic kind of thoughts of where it would be, and then the 40 to 5080 will probably be somewhere around performance of 49. And then it goes from there. I think that's pretty safe to say that's what they're probably going to do, because they're not moving node, boys. And either you do one of two things. Like, the reason why the 50 to 4090 was so unbelievably fast is because they moved node and a new architecture at the same time. When you get architecture and node at the same time, you get a massive leap. And also they avoided the 7nm. So they were like, it was nearly like a double node shrink, because it was like, do you remember when everyone was like, holy shit, the 10 series is way faster than the 9 series? And the reason why that was because they were stuck on 28nm for so fucking long. And yeah, there was a 20nm they could have gone to, but it was kind of an unappealing node. They didn't really want to do it. So they skipped and skipped and skipped, and then they got to 16nm, and they went to 16nm, and then, oh my god, it's an amazing product. Well, that's exactly what happened with Ada. You know, it's like, oh my god,
Where did my drop
going
my
to go to
fucking
Samsung, which is kind of a terrible node, not that much better realistically than the 16nm node. Clock speeds were very similar. You know, there was both tapped out at 2.2 gigahertz. Yes, transistor density went dramatically up, and there was a lot of more transistors on a smaller die size. But realistically, it didn't do much. You know, if you put like 320 watts through a 2080 Ti instead of a 3080 being, you know, 30% faster than 2080 Ti, now it's like 15 to 10% faster than 2080 Ti, which tells you that you know, there wasn't a massive increase in terms of that Samsung node, but you know, they skipped the 7nm. If they'd got a 7nm, you would have seen, like, you know, the 3080 would have been like 10%, 15% faster. Skipped it. The reason why they skipped it was probably too cost prohibitive or whatever, but I couldn't get enough wafers by whatever the reason was. It was too log jammed. That node was too log jammed. So they skipped it and they went on to the new node. And when they went on to the new node with Ada, because they, you know, didn't get all of the node improvement you got a massive improvement. Now I wouldn't expect that same massive improvement to happen this generation unless they go chiplets. If they go chiplets, expect, yeah, you can easily see another 70% performance increase. That is easily possible if they do that. I don't believe they're going to do that. I think you're going to see another monolithic die from NVIDIA. They might increase the die size a little bit. It might go from 600, I think it is now, to maybe 650, 670mm squared. Gives them that little bit extra room for a few more SMs. I think they're on an even more enhanced version of the 4nm now, which is a little bit more denser as well, which will enable them to get another few more SMs in there and so on and so forth. So they'll just cram more SMs in and bring that about to you. There'll be increased ray tracing performance and all this kind of stuff, and there's going to be some sort of magic super sauce they're going to bring to you, like path tracing or rockets up the arse or whatever it is. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be some killer feature that NVIDIA is going to tell you that you need to have, and it won't be on any previous generations. Like this generation we got frame gen, last generation I can't remember what we got something else, and the generation before we got something else again. And just every generation there'll be something that you have to have the new card to have, and that's what's probably going to happen this generation round. Please consider hitting that like and subscribe buttons if you can, if you like the content. If you want us to survive and stay around, please consider hitting the Patreon, PayPal, join buttons, all that stuff down below. We are funded by you guys, by the kindness of your heart. We are not funded by anybody else. AdSense doesn't pay. Appreciate it all. Press the button, stop recording. I'll talk to you next one. Bye 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 bye.
Kill leader appointed.
Oh my god, we cannot have Chad be seeing that. I can't believe you guys are getting this. Like,
I have a cat. My streamer, a furry. Bro, it's just ears.
Guys, look at my eyes.
That's fine.
I won't jump scare. I won't.
Okay, so I have the stuff you asked for. I don't even remember what I asked for. You said the Spider-Man suits.
Looks like it's a fire.
Yeah. They are kind of like. Like when I hold it up to the light, it's like kind of like. Are the Genshin ones better? Genshin ones are fancier for sure. I mean, you can do both. Oh wait, this one's so cute.
That's very cute. Oh no, that's Mona. That's Mona.
Can I see the Mona one? Yeah, but this one? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I think I need a wig. Like my hair's a mess from today. I got plenty of wigs, so it's this. So bro. Yeah, I also got like a.
Bro. That's gonna look crazy.
If it would even fit.
It's stretchy.
Yeah. I mean, you can try it if you want, but I do have a more roomy one too. I brought the pin. So
is that Raiden?
Yeah.
It would be so good. It would be so nice. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try it and see what happens. Okay. Can I see a photo of like that? Yeah.
Oh, you'd love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
That's a fire.
Arya cosplayed this one.
That's so pretty. So purple.
And wig.
Yeah,
You have like a cosplay house. You know?
Yeah, Look how gorgeous
a lot
she
of
is.
stuff.
Yeah,
that's sick. Okay, I will try.
45 seconds firing. I got this.
Okay, let me try this in the meantime. So if it doesn't work, okay. Oh my god. Oh wait, I don't know if I gave her the straps for the thing that she's trying to put on.
Oh. Yo, Chad, I need your help. Can I get some Hu Tao's or Layla's in the chat? I don't know who I should dress up as. Hi. Your girl's in shambles. I think personality-wise, I'm more Hu Tao, but I think Layla has the cuter fit. But I'm not too sure. I'm seeing more Hu Tao's. All right, I think you guys are right. Hu Tao it is.
Yoon, Arya, what the fuck?
God! Oh my god! We cannot have Chad be seeing that. Holy! Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Like usually I'm on your guys' side and all, but like, what?
I had to fix it because
Arya, you traitor!
What'd you do? Did you body block?
I know. I closed the door. Yeah, I body blocked. I can't. She's.
So should I try the other one still, or?
This one. Are you comfortable?
Well, I think
with the wig
I
and
think
stuff.
this one's gonna fit you better because the side charm is weird. I think the other one's gonna be too big if this one fits. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's very stretchy. What? Are you okay?
They're gonna die. I can't believe you guys are getting this. Like, this is Christmas. This is Twitch Christmas.
What's that mean?
Once you unveil that, it's over. It's out there.
It's okay. They're looking away. They're being very respectful. Yeah, they're
right?
so respectful.
So respectful.
They're looking.
They gotta pay up. That's what I'm saying. You got,
Alright, that's the best I can do.
Some primes. You got that prime sub. You know that blue button. Not looking my ass. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the prime.
Yes! Okay, this is like a choke. I don't want to get your hair caught. Choking me out. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna wig it anyway. So. Yeah, or maybe I'll put this on after the wig. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna cover it till we do like hair, makeup, everything. The full reveal. Yeah, it's called balling. That's taking fire. I love her too.
Taking fire, friends.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
First, and then there's like the reload on top of us. Yeah, but anything from the do you want to give me a oh, sure. Okay.
Giving my shields a recharge.
I'll probably go change into that in a second. I can't figure out where the taking fire. Oh yeah, you're cutting my boots. Bro, that looks
No, it's okay. I'm just.
Took out an enemy.
Okay, you guys, I think I can actually burst it.
You and me now.
No, I can't. I think we're safe.
okay. I'm gonna try
The enemies are shooting at me. Broke that enemy shield.
Yeah, or I have a tab of
I am
her
down.
open. Here you go.
Ooh, yeah, this one might let the girls breathe, right?
Yeah, the Layla one might be more comfortable for you.
Yeah,
Rings not that far.
Losing circulation.
Yeah, that looks really bad. There's like a line there. Why?
It's alright, Cow. Give me another Tanya. Okay, Layla is bulge. I look like a swimmer!
I'm gonna circle back on. Oh, I don't have time to circle back, but I'm gonna try to.
The back looks weird.
Oh my god, Emmy, it's so cute. I'm squeeing. I'm squeeing. You look so cute. She looks so cute.
Style the wig first. Style the thing.
Just dancing.
Yeah, because then it might be hard if you put the hat on over it. So.
On me?
Yeah, on you. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Do you want to try contacts again today or nah?
Yeah, she is. 100% she is. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't need them. So, like, if you feel like it's gonna be hard to put them in. They're like green or blue. Those eyes, are they green?
An enemy landed near me. Watch yourself.
Kind of, but I fuck up my own hair. Like, it's like all different lengths. Because I just sit in front of my computer and go like, oh, this looks too long.
What? It looks
So it's
good.
You think so?
Yeah, I kind of want to start doing that.
I always look at my hair and I'm like, I need to shave my head, bro. Just start over.
What?
Yeah.
Most of the time, one is better than the other.
If I don't like blow dry my hair, it's like. Oh, you're hurting.
Like a little throw, actually.
I love when you wear your natural hair. Oh, this costume's warm. I'm sweating already. I'm gonna have sweaty armpits. Ew. Oh yeah, you have to walk around a lot outside.
So much.
Is it hot outside today?
It was.
Oh God. Texas.
Texas.
I'm cutting it all off. Okay. I'm pretty much done, chat. Okay, that should be fine. It doesn't need a lot. Yay. Is it staying?
We'll have to repeat.
I remember when I cosplayed her and I took pictures with it, I had to like redo the hat between every picture.
Well,
so it's like,
yeah. Let me do a bit of makeup and stuff. Oh my god, you're right, it just falls.
Is it time to move old? Look, I have little cat ears. I'm gonna get bullied. No, I'm too bald. Taking out my wig. I can help you neaten up the wig and stuff again after. So cute. Yeah, that one definitely looks more comfortable than the one.
Wonka.
Are you okay? My arms don't go all the way up.
Oh.
Because the sleeves are tight. But I think I got it. I can't like. I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna put these on under the costume because I forgot about them. Got my shit on.
This is your champion.
I love your outfit.
I don't think of myself as the best. Just all of you is the worst.
That's
That's enough.
Wash my hands. Ready? Yay, surgery time. Hi, Chompy.
Good. I'm the jump master.
Chompy? Weird. Chompy, are you?
Oh, he is on you.
He's like, okay. Chompy, you weirdo. What's he doing? Okay, the only reason I'm nervous is because Chompy has been known to puke in my room when he's like feeling territorial. So I hope he's just being weird and not like about
Enough
to
lambing around. We drop him.
I'm gonna try to talk to him.
taco.
We're
What is
holding
that?
the lens in half.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna. I don't know.
Because right now.
It's in?
Yeah, the taco method worked. The taco method worked.
I can see it.
Yeah. I folded it like a taco to like put it in because she does this, right? So I had to
so
fit
it's
in there,
slid.
yeah.
Oh,
And then I let go.
It's a very bright green. You wanna see it?
It's gorgeous.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
Yes.
Ring
She
them
did.
back.
Oh!
Yay!
That's what she was thinking about it. She was
I got 2 heavy mags if you need
when
one.
you were like thinking about it, I was like, open. Yeah, you helped. You made it better. Now you gotta redo your makeup because you're trying it off.
Rings just up ahead.
I have a cat.
Or Havoc can find one.
Heavy mag here.
Thank you. Okay, haircut time.
Optics here.
Ooh!
Bring nearby.
Yeah, I need to fix up your wig a little bit. Okay, so like that length good? Okay, I'm gonna do more on the other side then. You want like that or like a little more?
This should be okay.
Okay. Yeah, anything else I can help? Or you can cut more yourself if you want.
10 seconds. Rings close.
Yay, haircut. Okay, I need to do my contacts.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Oh my god, wait, it's gonna start to look so cute once it's like layered up, yeah.
Heads up.
There you
The
go.
ring's moving.
Okay.
That looks right.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, I like it.
A little bit. Really? Yeah, we're good. My streamer a furry.
Bro, it's just ears! There's this. I think this is a hair clip though.
You really get the high quality stuff.
Yeah,
True, actually.
Wow.
I love
how many pieces it's in.
Mine was foam, like this thing.
Yeah, I think when I had Yamika or whatever,
Yeah,
it was
like
so
Level
the
3.
quality
It was jank.
So low, yeah.
Package coming in.
This and like
Yeah.
What a sword for Arya's cosplay too, but it's supposed to be delivered today, but they just like
Oh, no worries.
never brought it, or it's somewhere else. I don't know.
That is really a-okay.
So it'll probably
Be
arrive
careful, mate.
anytime now.
Running out
since
faster than a
it's
dash.
almost- It's
Some of you know
7:30.
too much about, I'm sure.
So what did you want to do for the makeup?
I think darker makeup, like her eyeliner.
Okay. I get well normally I don't get scared doing guys makeup.
Birthday present.
But girls can be
Guys, look up.
I can do the eyeliner.
Oh sure, that'd be a lot easier because
I think eyeliner's so hard.
eyeliner is
Back
that's
here.
very hard for
Level
other
3.
people.
Going to fade.
Either pass me another
Get shot at.
or
Enemy shield broke.
I think there might be one
Enemy
in
taken
that.
down.
Is the foundation okay?
Yeah.
This one's pretty
Oh, you're in a fight?
Hidden up. Hold on.
Actually, I need a because I
Need to recharge my shield.
17 miles in front of me. Hitting it alone.
Get shot at. See my Miku figure?
Attacking enemy shield.
Even
Give me a sec. Healing.
Have you ever done a room tour video?
Pathetic.
You should.
I'm down.
No, but
Reloading.
I feel like people have seen my room so
Need to
much.
recharge my shield.
Yeah, but
Point
the
running.
details are always nice.
This is my Miku. She's very cool. Someone said this is my box.
I've been down.
And then I have two others super cool. Here's my Gwen statue that Riot sent me.
Cute. I've never played her.
I haven't played her either. I probably should, but
Don't worry, I got a squad mate's banner. Don't
And I
worry,
have
I
this
got a
Moxie
squad mate's
one.
banner.
that actually also came with a naked version of her. But I got rid of that one because I did not want to own that. Why not?
Because it was weird. I was like hiding it in like the top
Yeah,
drawer
it's
of my
kind of like, where are you
dresser.
gonna put it?
I was like, well, I feel bad throwing it away because it's nice, but I was like, well, it's just gonna be here in my drawer. And then what if someone opens it someday and they're like, why do you have a naked woman figure in your top drawer?
They just
So I was like, yeah.
Now for the right choice. Hey, sorry, we all need a bathroom.
What do you think so far?
Extended
Yeah,
sniper
we're
mag,
almost done.
shield set, energy ammo here.
It's weird because like I've
Maybe I'll
never
turn down.
done a Genshin
Got some
group, so I'm
sniper
always like,
ammo
oh,
here.
Genshin's so generic, but I'm
Energy
glad
ammo here.
Same. I'm glad we all liked at least one
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah, because Poke originally wanted to do the Spider-Man suits, and I was like, well, I'll
But it
get
could
some
be
other
cool.
stuff too, just in case. These are other ones I got.
Extended
we ended
light
up
mag
doing
here.
instead,
Level 1.
so.
Got some med kit here.
I'm kidding.
So cute. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can
all
you
good.
hold it while I...
Wait, I can
Just
hold,
let
I
me
can
know.
hold the hat in
Is
place.
it supposed to be like this?
I think like this part's supposed to be
Yeah,
kinda
the bang is
off-center.
supposed to be a little bit longer. Oh, you mean the hat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I think that this part's supposed to be in the back?
Oh, no, it's
No,
on the
it's in the
side.
front.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's on the side.
Yeah,
Like
it's on
this.
Here, maybe I...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
there
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
You know how I'm flipping your hair?
Yeah. Oh my god,
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Oh wait, there's like little bow hair.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Bubble respawn in my drop.
Oh no! Okay, well that's my bad. I didn't clip on right then.
Listen up, I'm getting shot at.
I don't know if these are at the same.
Hit an enemy. Take off my
Actually,
jacket.
like all of
Just
them.
giving my shields.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
Yeah. I like it like this.
Cute.
Very.
We're about to get hit
Oh,
with an taking damage.
Do you want me to grab
Going
it?
in phase. Charging my shields. Recharging my shields.
These guys duct tape it to your. Thank you so much. What do you think?
Taking fire. Come on, say hello. Recharging my shields.
Hold on.
I'm very happy with how these turned out.
Good enough for my charging my shield.
I have no vision. And center.
Ah, shoot, I got some on my clothes.
Oh no.
Recharging my shields.
Yay, thank you. There you go. I have no idea how you're gonna get it off now, but it's staying. You're gonna have to rip the glue off.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
it
a
looks
problem
nice.
for later.
Yeah, I mean we can just rip the glue off. It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. I'm gonna see if the sword that I got from you. Okay. It said it was on the
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you. Careful.
Above and beyond per usual.
Pay attention. Let's defend here.
Far range, 45 left.
Oh, stinks.
Contact.
Oh, it smells like the nasty plastic.
Might be something good that way.
Sniff it.
Yeah. Sniffer.
Hit an enemy. Take off my jacket.
Ew. It was kind of not bad at first, and then it got really bad. Super plastic.
I leveled up.
Yerp.
Now let's get some upgrade.
We got a half
Listen,
size.
no,
version.
gonna put
fucking
it in.
way.
She does. Comes right out of her titties.
Care package over there. Forget that.
I mean, there's a half
Care
version.
package over there.
I just don't like. How are you gonna like? It's gonna be hard to get it out.
Yeah, you wait. How did they even animate that?
It was like a
She
purple
pulls it
bright
out,
light.
out of like there's like a she like pulls it out of her body, but it just so happens to be where her titties are conveniently.
Yeah, like isekai, you know, you can just come through a little portal from her in between.
Rings coming in.
Yeah, like
Slit.
it's not hiding in her shirt. She's like, oh, this way is making me disassociate. This is so tight.
Are you losing like oxygen?
The
Or
blood
like
is
Take
not
like 2
going to my
selfies
brain.
and F off, I think.
Yeah.
The blood is not going to my brain.
Attention, delivering care package.
Where's my Polaroid?
Care package.
Anita just
Yeah, for your collection.
My collection.
your collection.
I think Chompy peed on my collection earlier, but I wiped it. It's clean now, so. Does it smell like cat piss? And Chompy pees in my room sometimes. Ever since Cheddar got here, he
Giving my
started
shields a
peeing in my room.
recharge.
It's fine up here on
Come and get your birthday present.
Can I deal with the chicken? Yeah, you can deal with the chicken.
I'm dead. Mona with chicken.
Care package over there. Oh,
Nice. One down.
For
Oh no, you're taking my what? What? You took my fucking... God damn it.
Level 3.
You motherfuckers. I wouldn't have dropped my tower if I knew you were gonna take the tower.
Dang, Arya knows how to pose.
No. Yes.
Make sure we're all in it, Russell. Please, Russell, please.
Right, left, right, left. Yeah, okay. Okay, turn over, to the left.
You came looking for trouble, but
Janet has a sponsor at 5 p.m. with Peter.
Oh! Peter?
That's crazy. On the stream yesterday, we said if we were friends, we'd all be there at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
That's today, not tomorrow. So.
Oh, the sponsor's today.
That would have been so funny, though.
That guy's causing drama.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and oh boy, you guys want to talk about a time Microsoft destroyed a company that called themselves Lindos? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today's story is a story of how human beings never learn from their mistakes and hubris. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about one man in particular. Now, this guy is Michael Robertson. Now, if you don't know who Michael Robertson is, don't be surprised, because this is a story that takes us all the way back to the year 2000, maybe even 2001. And obviously, I'm sure some of you watching the video were probably not even sperms at that point, okay? So to understand, Michael Robertson is a American businessman who was the former CEO of two companies in particular. One known as MP3.com, and the other one, well, Lindos. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to start off with, this guy started a website known as MP3.com. Now, this is back what the old internet used to look like. My.mp3.com was people's personal online jukebox. It was a site where you could browse free music, okay? Free music in the sense that you could listen to your metal songs, your urban R&B. If you wanted to listen to some comedy, some satire, ladies and gentlemen, you got it right here. Now, of course, you could add CDs at this moment in time. But of course, that wasn't something that was the smartest idea that they ever had. So to understand, looking into their actual website, they also had a referral program as well too, where mp3.com will pay you $1 for each new account you refer to our promotion. So again, this was another problem they also had, but of course, they ended up getting sued not by one company, but by the entire music industry. So back in 2000, first month, 31st of that year, the turn of the millennium, really, record industry wants to take away your music. Universal, Sony, Warner Brothers, Arista, Atlantic, BMG, RCA, Capitol, Elektra, Interscope, and Sire against mp3.com. So imagine, getting sued by one of these is already a death knell. Getting sued by all of them at the same damn time? Just surviving a lawsuit like this proves that the Lord is a alive and trustworthy being, if you will, because they clearly were on your side if you managed to survive in this situation. Now, of course, when it came to mp3.com, mp3.com was actually quite a success, which is the reason why it was actually a target of these mega massive lawsuits. So again, you're looking into the history, virtually every record label actually ended up suing them. And of course, for most of these lawsuits, they actually ended up settling them for the most part. It was actually only one company, one small independent recording studio known as UMG, that decided we're going to take this all the way to court. So to not be a lawyer and to go over the case docket right over here, again, sources if you want to go through. The reason I use Wikipedia and stuff is because sometimes accessing some of these docket numbers is inaccessible, and sometimes it does source to websites which you can dig up on the Wayback Machine as proper actual sources. But again, just to give you a quick layman understanding, to use the service, the MyMP3.com subscriber had to confirm that they legitimately purchased the CD by putting it into your computer CD drive while logged into their website, thus allowing a purchase code to be recorded by the service. A subscriber could also purchase a CD from one of the defendants' cooperating online retailers. Despite this process, the record companies argued that MP3.com had made few efforts to ensure that the music that was being uploaded was actually legitimately purchased in CD form. There were a few checks and balances done, and people were just sharing their songs around without checking. Remember, this is really kind of before even the era of Kazaa, LimeWire even. This is around the time when a lot of these music sharing MP3 services were slowly starting to form and create, before the torrenting world that we have today. Nowadays, listening to music is pretty simple. You fire up something like Spotify or YouTube Music, and you might pay a small little subscription fee. You can listen to whatever you want wherever you're at. But back in the day, it really was downloading a few megabytes worth of MP3 files and storing them on actual iPods and instruments that we had. Times were a lot different back in the day. So again, when it came down to it, 11 different record companies, with UMG serving as a lead plaintiff, sued MP3.com for failing to secure permission for copies of songs that were created automatically when users uploaded ripped songs to their servers. MP3 argued that the owner of compact discs were entitled to make copies of copyrighted songs that they purchased legitimately, as like a backup archival situation. Now, at the end of the day, this ended up being a case that UMG won and not MP3, and it was the opinion of the court that the complex marvels of cyberspatial communications create legal serious issues, which again is true. The internet was a massive change to the world, right, and how we distributed content. But they said that in this situation, stripped to its essence, defendant's consumer protection argument amounts to nothing more than a bald claim that defendant should be able to misappropriate plaintiff's property simply because there is a consumer demand for it. This hardly appeals to the conscience of equity. And again, ultimately what ended up happening was they were ordered to pay $250 million, as much to UMG. They ended up paying $53.4 million to settle that claim. And of course, even beyond all of it, the action was ultimately resolved where the defendants continued to deny all liability, paid into an escrow account $35 million, and also 2.5 million shares were valued at $5.3 million at the time, also went towards this. So again, complete dismissals, release of all claims with prejudice. So again, at the end of the day, MP3 was even acquired for $385 million by Vivendi, which at the time gave Michael Robertson, our protagonist, $103 million. So again, this is a situation where he kind of jumped into a bear trap, got his leg chewed, but had divine intervention kick in and managed to completely survive. So why did I start this video off with a lesson on this? Well, you would think after all of this ordeal, someone would learn their lesson and just sail off into the sunset. But Michael is just built fucking differently, because Michael decided, I'm going to start a whole new goddamn company. I'm going to start Lindos.com Incorporated. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Lindos, which is a play on Windows, but the gimmick here is that it runs Windows stuff, but it's really just a Linux operating system. Yeah, they ended up actually selling this in stores at Wally World, Walmart, for crying out loud. So back in the day, when you wanted to buy operating systems like Windows, and really only Windows, you actually had to go to the store and buy a physical copy, which came with, again, the 25-character CD key, and you installed it in your computer. Nowadays, you just download the ISO file from Microsoft or wherever your vendor is, burn it to a USB or even a disk if you feel so, and just install it right there. But back in the day, you could find these things on a shelf. Now, Windows was everywhere, but Linux was kind of nowhere. So these guys did a cool thing by actually distributing this stuff in the storefront. The problem was they kind of aped Microsoft's branding, and Microsoft wasn't exactly too kind about it, to the point where Microsoft ends up suing them in multiple countries: the US, Canada, France, Belgium, Sweden, and so on and so forth. And the problem is, getting sued by Microsoft is like trying to fight Muhammad Ali as a drunk lab mouse, because you're not going to be able to win a legal fight against one of the largest growing tech companies in the country, especially on their home turf right there. So what Microsoft did was they sued them because they said that Lindos was constituting an infringement of their trademark. And while Microsoft was initially rejected in the court because, again, they said Windows was kind of their trademark, and people were wondering, could you even trademark Windows in that situation? A surprising case of company L's in this situation, ladies and gentlemen, Microsoft actually took a fat L and ended up paying $20 million to settle with the Lindos Corporation, By them giving over their trademark and changing their legal names, they received $20 million, and Microsoft is avoided a potential lawsuit where they could possibly have the Windows trademark become a generic trademark, which is not something that Microsoft could have wanted. So to avoid a super capital level nuclear L, they take a smaller L in court, and this whole situation basically gets thrown under the rug, showing that, again, this guy, the company, the CEO behind this, is intelligent enough, or lucky, to survive monumental legal battles and still come out of it on top. Now, if you go back to Lindo's right over here, ladies and gentlemen, Lindo's, apparently, this is a web archive from during their lawsuit in 2004 right here, or around that time. Visitors from Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg are not permitted to access the website or purchase our products. So again, if you go to their website, this is Lindo's OS, and they were advertising technologies that they exclusively had, like Click and Run, which was basically just the wine wrapper that was used to launch Windows applications that, again, they were basically selling. Right? So again, they have Windows OS, and again, you could buy this as well too. So of course, if you bought it right now, you could purchase it to install on your computer, or you could buy computers with it pre-installed. And I thought ultimately this was kind of cool because, ladies and gentlemen, Linux doesn't really have a lot of sellers, especially back in the day, like bundled with the systems. These guys were kind of the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. You can even see it. Windows is not endorsed or affiliated with Microsoft. In fact, we don't even really like them because they are suing us. Jesus Christ, dude. And yeah, if you wanted to buy it, the actual operating system was, again, a fraction of Microsoft's OS. $49.95, right? Like, that's what you were paying for Windows OS with laptop features. Hell, they even gave you the Espanol pack, and of course, Windows Live. And of course, they also gave a 1-year membership to that Click and Run warehouse, which, if I didn't mention, was a subscription service, as shitty as that can sound. Now, when it came to the Click and Run, they actually had a few different pieces of software that, again, you could just install and run. Software that would be available on Microsoft Windows, okay? So at the time, you had things like Real Player. You also had, I believe, Acrobat Reader was still in it. And of course, to look at their games section, I kind of want to see what their games look like, too. You could buy Quake 2 or install that inside the Click and Run system. So basically, they made an online store to install Windows applications or, guide the system in the Click and Run, wine translation layer that they had. And one of the things that really shocked me was you would think, man, this must be a relic of old internet. Dog, they are still selling this in the year 2023. You can buy Linspire 14. They have to change the name, of course. And this sells, again, for $29.99, one license. If you want support, it's $60. It's actually fucking insane that they're selling Linux, like an open source version of this operating system. That really doesn't have a whole lot of stuff added to it. Now, there is a free version they have called FreeSpire 10, which you can download if you want to experience the free version of this. We'll look at this later. But again, one of the things that I wanted to jump into was also the community was not entirely enthralled by their, attempt at selling what is effectively free and open source software, right? So thank the Lord above, the Internet Archive actually has a backup of this dog shit sitting around. So uploaded in 2021, this is what it looked like on store shelves, boys. So you saw Windows OS 4.5, the world's favorite desktop Linux. Yeah, that's like when a realtor says, #1 realtor in a city, everyone's #1. No one's #2, everyone's #1. New, fun, and exciting desktop OS. Click and Run technology, world exclusive. Man, I miss this era of the world, dude. Back then, the world was exciting. Everything was new, fun, and exciting. This is what the disc looked like. And of course, obviously, we're going to fire this up together, ladies and gentlemen, and experience this. I cannot believe the person who was behind this, the company behind this, just like literally never learned their lesson. But of course, it's loading up. Welcome to the Windows OS. So here I put my password as 123. We're going to hit the old login.
Champion or not, I am ready for a fight. Polish your ramparts. It's party time.
Whoa! That was freaky. Okay. Boy. What was that startup music? You know, you got Windows XP that's like super relaxed and calm and everything, and then you got this shit where it's like, ooh, 2 in the morning already assaulted my ears. Your Windows OS computer is ready to run. We recommend you click on the set time button. Alright, sure, I'll click on it. Alright, that's my time. Okay, we'll hit OK. Actually, whatever. I agree to the license, so I'm sure it can't be valid anymore. Whatever. You know what? Let's go.
Victory is further still.
Welcome to the world of Windows OS. A new, fun, and exciting operating system that delivers the power, stability, and cost savings of Linux with the ease of a Windows environment.
Take me to the real desktop. Jesus. Alright, so first things first, let's actually try to configure the desktop. And of course, this is what the settings panel looks like over here. Now let's look at their wallpapers. I'm always a fan of what the wallpapers on these operating systems can look like. So we've got the Windows Drop, which is just a teardrop. We've got the Windows Laptop Edition, Windows Sand. Oh, that looks crazy. Look at this one, dude. That looks ghetto as fuck. Somebody went out to the beach and wrote Windows on the ground. All right, wait, they've got more stuff. They got downtown. Oh, shit, let's get to downtown. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, some of these are, I mean, there's no bangers like Windows XP Bliss so far, but I mean, that stands up. All right, let's actually try to do, let's try to get, what is test? Oh, that's just like a resolution test. Look at that. It's just a resolution test. Let's actually go all the way up and just get the. Let's get that drop. I want to get the drop one. That looks like the banger. All right, advanced. Let's see. Background. Well, I'll give it right now. It's something that my grandparents could easily figure out. You know, if you gave a computer to them. So it's got support for 60 hertz. Okay, that's better than nothing. So far, I've got a 768 display. Can we go up to millions of colors, potentially? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. All right, boys. So we've got the computer, which, again, this looks very close to Microsoft. I can imagine why Microsoft was a little bit angry about this, because, yeah, on the surface level, it doesn't actually look like Linux. It actually feels a lot like, you know, just using Windows. So here's helpful hints from Jack Donaldson. All right, let's see this one actually. Hey, the fact you're reading this tells me you're one smart cookie. Not because you found this letter, but because you decided to save hundreds of dollars by using Linux. Isn't Windows fun?
Go on, watch out.
Dude, I wish engineers wrote this to me. Jesus Christ. We tried to organize the Windows file structure so it's easy to get around. Yeah, basically we just copied like Windows, okay? Like because we know that's where you're coming from. Do they have any sample music? Oh, they do. They have a thank you. I gotta listen to this. Oh, that's crazy. Dude, no way. Dude, it feels like I whipped out the time capsule for this, man. It's so awesome. I love making these kind of videos. Like, they don't usually like do crazy well for my channel, but I love exploring old.
Let's see what the job is. Now
Oh,
that's an
dude,
upgrade.
that's so wholesome. You know, I actually want to side with them now. I might actually turn this into my daily driver. So we've got a network browser again. Again, all of this feels like it just is Linux. Like it really just, it actually doesn't really even feel like I'm using Linux for crying out loud. It does very much feel like I'm on Windows. And again, it's just KDE desktop, but this design they have is actually, it's well done. Like honestly, if somebody just started using this, they may not even be able to tell like Windows or Lindows, you know, if it wasn't for the branding, right? So here you've got how to connect to the internet, and of course, like, I mean, dude, this makes me feel old. Like, they've got dial-up tools, AOL, Juno, Net Zero? Dude, we used to have Net Zero as kids. They got a mail app, they got web browser, and they've got click and run. Okay, so they actually got like a web browser here, the Windows Internet Suite. And obviously, it looks as old school internet as you can imagine. So obviously, if the internet works, you should be able to ping Google. It literally all feels like I'm using Windows XP even. So here's Google. And again, if you type in some ordinary gamers, you should be able to find me right here. Okay, that's me. Oh my God. Oh my God! Oh my God! There's no way! There's no shot! I gotta keep accepting like a million things here.
Another very overlap, right?
Deploying health drone.
obviously, it's not like you can watch a video in this. It's like the web browser is just too old at this point to even do anything. And obviously, going to Windows.com isn't really going to do much for you anyways. But yeah, it's got a fully functional web browser, and I'm sure you can obviously install like Firefox or something. I think I've literally crashed the web browser. We're gonna leave that alone. I want to see what click and run kind of looks like too, because this is like the real piece de resistance in this situation. So this is supposed to be their special tool that allows you to quickly install Windows applications underneath this and have it run basically seamlessly, okay? Which again, you can't connect to it because obviously the server doesn't function, it doesn't work anymore. But you should technically be able to use this on your own. Now, from what I understand, the basic version of this is totally free, but of course they had a support version and they had a more premium offering as well too. But unfortunately, I'm not able to actually use any of this myself. Like, it's not like I can add my own software and kind of call it a day. It really feels like a lot of what's available here is just through their service. And maybe they go through the extra efforts of making things work better. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to tell because I don't have access to their software. But of course, if you look down over here, they've got the Windows button. So, oh my God, dude, this literally is like this is like you take this to a court of law, and I don't even think it would pass the squint test. Like, it literally is just that. So here they've got software like the CD burner, the MP3 player. Volume is wait. There's no way. Volume. Oh my God!
Level 2.
That's the fucking. Wait, does that say porn? No, that's PCM. I thought there was like a dedicated porn section. Dude, this is just a Windows sound mixer. Oh my God! I would hate to be their lawyers. Oh my God, their lawyers must have like heart palpitations working them. So here they got Open Office, which was obviously the counter to, you know, Microsoft Office. They've got basic. Oh my.
1 minute until the ring changes.
They did not try at all. Like, literally, they did not try. I'm serious. They didn't do shit to change anything. This is very. Oh my God. What is this life raft? Oh, it's like their help section. Getting help. 24-hour support. Always on call support. Okay, so they were very friendly. They knew people were going to come across issues, so they were just on point, ready to fix stuff. I want to see if the web page loaded up. No, the internet suite cannot handle my camera. It's just too much. All right, let's go to games. We've got some games here. They've got Potato Guy. Oh my God, they've got to dress him up. No shot. Dude, this is insane. They've got to fucking dress him up. That's cute. All right, wait, go back. Do they have pinball? No, of course you copy Minesweeper. Wait, you're telling me that you're gonna copy Windows, but you're not gonna even make the pinball game copy? That is horseshit. But either they've got Tron. Okay, this thing's about to die. Oh, dude, the AI is easy. The AI is stupid. Oh, it's crazy. It's awesome. Okay, so that's the games right there. They got internet. So they've got SIP phone, which if you remember, SIP was like, I believe it was a phone protocol where you could like call people back in the day through the internet. So it was like internet to actual like landline. And of course they've got desktop sharing. Allows you to invite somebody at a remote location to watch and possibly control your computer. Ah, the original team view. I feel old, man. I feel like I'm about to start collecting Social Security checks. I'm so old. Software development, utilities. Okay, so they got the console. So they actually have like, here it is. They actually have like a Linux function. So type in uname A. Oh, this feels old. This feels vintage.
Stop early and take the zip line.
2003, dog. Ooh, God, we're using a vintage piece of technology right here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is the Windows experience, boys. If you happen to buy this and install this, you were a proud Windows user, man. Jesus Christ. You look at the control panel, like this is the original control panel. Some of the designs I think are straight up copies right out of like, you know, Microsoft's Windows XP. But yeah, this is the experience, man. This is what it came down to. So of course, this is Windows version 4.5.122. And yeah, you know, and from what I understand, this might actually be the last version of it.
Don't go that way.
Before the lawsuit forced
them
to change their name to Linspire, which again dropped the whole.
Hang out in here, we're good.
Too. Now, obviously, I think it's
Well,
safe
it's gonna
to
be a
say
huge
that
fight in front of
it's
us.
really a grifting product made to profit off of, you know, making a Windows alternative with very little effort. And the effort that does exist is mostly there for support stuff. And obviously, they bundle in things like Wine right from the get-go. So, you know, somebody who installs things like Windows actually has a somewhat experience. But other than that, like, there's not much more to this, you know? It is what it is. Could you game under this? You could game under this about as well as any other similar Linux distribution out there. It's not like they did anything crazy off the top. I will say, out of any distribution I use, this is probably the cleaner looking interface, right? The cleaner looking system. So, actually quite good. Honestly, I think it's, wait, should we just shut this down? Let's shut this down. Let's see what it is.
Then you lose.
Shut down. Okay. Well, we have to play the Bollywood oh my god. Oh, dude, that's what it looks like when you're shutting down? Dog, do not use this operating system at night. It's gonna flashbang you. Shut down complete. It is now safe to turn off your computer. Oh, I feel old. Now, obviously, this is FreeSpire, and this is FreeSpire 10. Now, this isn't anything special, clearly, because it's just, again, Linux with GNOME as the actual, like, you know, system. And it's nothing, again, special. At the end of the day, Linspire ended up just dropping down, or for Windows, ended up basically turning into your average Linux distribution. And except in this case, it's not even properly updated and supported. So yeah, this is actually the end of a goddamn era. This is from a time where a company challenged Microsoft, got 20 million, but again, it's all spearheaded by one CEO that just wanted to take on the entire big business industry and somehow had the most insane amounts of cockroach luck that they ended up surviving all of this. Crazy history, man. Crazy shit. But yeah, I'm glad I experienced it. I really feel like I got to experience my childhood again, to be honest with you. But yeah, you know, before I start feeling like the Crypt Keeper, I'm going to end the video off right here. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it.
Boston Dynamics has released this stunning new Atlas robot, and a huge plan has leaked from
it's gonna be violence for
with
that
more
one,
serious
bro.
and specific
Smoke.
audience than the Sandbox.
That one's gonna be crazy. That one's gonna be smoke. That one's gonna be real life
which
smoke.
actually involves accelerating AI.
Eliza Yankowski warns that AI will likely kill all humans.
There's some chance of that, and it's really important to acknowledge it, because if we don't talk about it, we don't treat it as potentially real.
Let's go
we
get
won't put
it.
enough effort into solving it.
But they're more focused on incredible new capabilities like this.
Can I have something to eat?
This is your champion.
Sure thing.
The robot isn't
One day you'll be part of the Dog Pound 2.
networks.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
I alone. I suggest this landing location.
I'm a news reporter. I report serious news. The gravity of these stories I report is not undercut by my adorable cat show.
Prepare for certain death.
Apple has allegedly been shredding usable iPhones for years. According to a report from Bloomberg, Apple pays an outside contractor, Geek Canada Limited, to shred older devices customers have traded in. Geek apparently handles about 250,000 devices per year, many of which are fully functional and could easily be resold. Case in point, Apple actually sued Geek in 2020 for breach of contract after iPhones they sent to the contractor.
Oh, they're everywhere, and I don't have a gun. You just shot me so hot.
Claimed that at least
Oh my god.
975 iPhones sent to Geek ended up on the gray market instead of being shredded. Now, Apple has apparently decided not to move forward with the lawsuit, perhaps due to the risk of exposing exactly how many usable devices Apple scraps each year and why. After all, the iCompany has been busy trying to construct an image of eco-friendliness just this week. The Apple UK YouTube channel posted a video celebrating how their recycling robot Daisy can recover recyclable materials from 23 different models of iPhone. What they don't mention is that Daisy can apparently only dismantle in a year what Apple sells in 48 hours, 2 days. The company's site also explicitly says they will resell trade-ins if they are in good shape. But I know of at least 99,975 reasons that's a bit misleading.
Scrappy, where are you, man? Where are you, man? Need your help,
I
man.
just got a gun and I'm gonna go craft this guy.
Shred your mom an iPhone. Microsoft has created an AI model that can generate realistic animated talking heads from a single portrait photo and audio file. A research paper calls the model VASA-1. Oh, cool. They're planning a sequel. And it can generate these animations in real time, with a demo even showing how animated portraits rotated, generating realistic angles that aren't present in the original image. Microsoft refers to these videos as talking faces. That's not inaccurate to say, but it does downplay how easy it would be for a Microsoft employee to fake a video of me confessing to a crime. Somehow, however, the thought of being framed is less horrifying than this video researchers decided to make of Mona Lisa rapping. Speaking of stories,
Are you gonna live or are you gonna live? Should I craft him?
Microsoft's upcoming AI Explorer feature, which turns everything you do on your computer into a searchable memory, may be exclusive to ARM-powered devices. User at the book is closed on Twitter spotted that the system requirements
Yeah, but there's a team on me right here.
set to an ARM 64 CPU
There's a team
in
on me.
recent Windows 11 preview build. I'm fine with missing out if that's true. There are many things that I've seen on my computer that I don't want to remember, and at least one was created by Microsoft. She's barely smiling. Why would you make her rap? Meta announced early versions of its Llama 3 AI model. Like Llama 2, the model is semi-open with the code and weights available.
They're gonna get into a fight with one another.
Doesn't have a term for that yet, but it'll probably come out around the time I'm thrown in prison for something I didn't do. Llama 3 powers Meta AI, which the company has now made more widely available via its own site. The web page claims you can ask Meta AI anything. You can even simulate what I'm assuming from the chosen illustration is the sexiest mock interview of all time. Is that pink-haired figure putting on that jacket? Or taking it off? Meta AI is also integrated into Facebook in some regions and is apparently able to respond to group posts. It can respond to questions with answers generated, quote, using information
I'm just
from
packing
the group,
a ball.
including user-generated content like posts and comments. Oh, and Meta might then use any information you posted in the group to train their AI. If you want that to happen and you're not a group admin, you need to delete anything you posted. That's a fun fact you may want to share with your aunts and uncles. Or just send them this video. Hi guys.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by
Lorraine P.
Manscaped. If your hair down
Hello,
there
buddy.
is causing despair,
I checked your
Manscaped
videos. Seems like you are new in Kick and streaming a lot and still not affiliated or partnered yet.
And a foil
I got a proposal for you. I will share your streams with Kick community for you to hit 1,000 followers and earn nothing less than $1,000 per streaming. I will generate organic followers and viewers for you to enable your sub button. Chat me up on Discord to discuss more if you are interested. My Discord username is ROSH2006.
No matter how dark it is. Go nuts! Check out the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra at manscaped.com/techlink and use code TECHLINK for 20% off and free shipping.
You know what I like the most? Quick Bits. Please don't tell my mom what I'm referencing. TSMC is planning to charge customers more for chips made outside of Taiwan. It's a bit ironic since the whole reason for opening up fabs outside the island nation is the incredible geopolitical and economic risk of having 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductor production in Taiwan, also known as the star of 100% of Xi Jinping's wet dreams. Unfortunately, construction costs and operational expenses are much higher outside of Taiwan, and as a result, chips produced in their Arizona fabs could be 20 to 30% more expensive than their Taiwanese counterparts. That's right, they're passing the charges onto you! They're practically giving the fees away! It's a used car salesman, you get it. You're smart. That's why I like you. The EU just found another thing it doesn't like. TikTok's new app, TikTok Lite, which rewards users with real currency for completing tasks. It's about time TikTokers got paid for the hard labor involved in things like watching videos, liking videos, and inviting friends to join TikTok. But the European Commission isn't into putting children to work for foreign corporations or melting their brains. So they've given TikTok 14 hours to provide an assessment of the risk that the app could cause those things to happen. TikTok will answer 0%, but I've already seen a number of slackjaw kids in suits out and about.
Drinks on me after this.
Tesla has issued a recall for all 3,878 of the Cybertrunks, not Cybertrunks. Have you seen my Cybertrunks? Tesla has issued a recall for all 3,878 of the Cybertrucks it has delivered so far due to a manufacturing defect that can cause the accelerator pedal to become stuck at full throttle. It's a defect that many are calling wicked cool, sick, and potentially lethal. Apparently the defect was caused by somebody using the wrong lube during assembly. Relatable. What this means primarily is that Tesla will be replacing all defective pedals in the affected vehicle. But it also means that we now know exactly how many Cybertrucks Tesla has managed to ship, and that it's a number not even worth rounding. In a major first, quantum information has been successfully produced, stored, and then this is a big deal for quantum networking. Just like the current information can be lost when sent long distances. To combat this, normal internet uses
Puerto Rico
and re-amplify the signal, but such systems would
poquito español. Muy poquito.
That is crucially compatible
bad.
It's an important step toward
no gun.
Quantum text your quantum wife about the funny thing your quantum dog
I can speak, just I can understand when you
quantum dank.
tell me something.
Quantum nudes.
I have a no gun. I'm running away.
And Amazon has pushed back against claims that it's just walk out.
Ándale.
Unless you count
Arriba. Uh-oh.
In a blog post this week, the tech giant called the initial report published by the information untrue. And while it didn't provide any specific numbers, it insisted that its workers only annotate shopping data to improve the AI, not to stand in for it. So shoppers can rest easy, knowing their purchases are being tracked not by mysterious, squishy flesh bags, but by perfectly normal, unfeeling algorithms. And it's perfectly normal for you to come back on Monday for more tech news. And then on Tuesday, there will be gaming news on Gaming. It has a similar mouthful of tech news, but with a much gamier flavor. Bam. Puns.
Left line.
I'm trying to come.
Reloading. I am Kill Leader, a humble servant of the gods.
In progress.
On your feet. Last man, we got your back. Help on if you need.
Did you kill all of them?
Recharging shield.
Yeah.
1 moment. I raise your Phoenix kit.
Damn, you're a badass or what?
Light ammo here.
Just gotta patch myself up.
If you see a hemlock, mark me.
Where these other sisters at?
Attention. Delivering care package.
Hola, hello.
You hear that? There's a care package coming down.
¿Qué pasa, hermano?
Bueno, where the essay at?
What?
Where the other enemies at?
All of them are dead.
I killed them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Ooh, bien, muy bien. Gracias.
New kill leader. Eyes out for him.
If you see a hemlock, can you mark me?
I better grab an upgrade. It goes well with
See.
the level up. I'm upgraded and ready to jam.
Where did you learn Spanish?
Pornography.
Oh, okay. Me too, but English.
Puppy!
rampage here.
I ditched my rampage for that.
I take it.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Calling in a
I sleep
lifeline
with the
package.
Latin girl once or twice in my life.
All right.
Optics here. Sniper. Set here. Send in a decoy. Wait, how do I know I'm not the decoy?
Got some extra supplies. Shield battery here.
Where we going?
I don't see anyone.
Arriba!
Sending out another me. Damn, he's good looking. An Evo harvester is here.
Supply bin here. Light ammo. Light R99 here.
Hey, Scrappy. You like drones?
Only if they're funny.
What kind of drone?
New kill leader. Meant to be me. Let's explore. This location has been disturbed. The trail is sound. I bathe in the blood.
We need to do third party.
Let us follow
You're running into the fight.
Next ring is not close.
Sounds
Inside.
like
Civilization's battle here.
more than a third party.
I cracked an Scotty shield.
Replicator on its way down.
Shots fired at me. Reloading. I have been sent.
Two with me, two with me.
Listen up, I'm calling.
I have fallen. Shot fire, and there hit me. Broken enemy shield. I think this place needs a little more. Me.
Press me, lifeline, press me.
Just relax. I got everything under control.
I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Cover, 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 cover. Cover, cover, cover.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
I have no idea where you're at, bro.
Recharge.
I'm marking.
Surroundings. Healing my
Back,
wounds.
back.
Rub the shield now.
Reloading. Taking him out with a decoy. Bad news, target's right in front of me.
One down, one down. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh.
How about that, bitch?
I have been named the kill leader.
We need to move.
Gone now, say hello.
Evac tower.
Recharging my shield. Now that's an upgrade.
Come, come, come.
Recharge. Meant to be something good this way.
50%.
Underlay, underlay, mama, iya, oh. What's happening now?
Care package on high. Favor from the gods.
Who's your favorite Latin lady? Sofia Vergara, Jennifer Lopez, Shakira. Shakira.
One sec, healing up.
Selena Gomez.
Gotta hop up here.
Who is your lady? You don't like ladies?
People?
Target over there.
I am taking fire. Battling the enemy.
Whoa.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields. Let's check out over there. A trail to
He's broken.
Their shield now.
Get out there and bamboozle. Bam goes the boozle. Throwing up. How about this way?
Brian, I come with you.
Escape.
Listen up, I'm getting shot at.
Broken enemy.
Reach up.
Yeah, getting shot at. Shot fired at me. Bad news.
One down, one down.
Broken enemy shield. Got a bad guy here. Making contact with enemy.
Here.
Bro, there's a third party.
Run away, run away, run away.
I am.
Yeah, I'm lower team.
I'll get downhill.
30 seconds.
And what girls do you like?
That was fucking hard.
Which girl?
Was hard.
Only 10 seconds.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
When somebody is poking you,
In progress. Attention. Care package.
You can red us?
Only if you tell me what ladies you like. You don't have any ladies you like? What's wrong with you? No grande cojones?
Round 4. Beginning ring count.
A smoke de mota.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
2 enemy squads left.
Oh damn, I'm already down to third. I'm down to third, baby. Ooh, ooh. Caliente!
we are probably
1 minute till ring close.
En fuego, en fuego, en fuego. Tres, tres. Uno, dos, tres. Un, dos, dos, 12, 12. ¡Gol!
13.
They're right in that house. Should I go try and get you up?
Here's my birthday present. Good thing I'm inside the ring.
Try to distract him with that.
I'm spotted. Take it. Catch me up, though. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Nice, bro.
I tried. Sorry. Sorry.
GG.
Dos.
We have our Apex champions.
Oh, I'll play one more. Oh.
What is up, everyone? Happy Friday and welcome to the WAN show. It's going to be a very exciting show for you guys today. We've got, of course, the big controversy this week. Why is it that YouTubers keep killing perfectly innocent companies?
How could they?
What did those companies ever do to these YouTubers? They're so cruel and awful. We've also got an extremely special guest this week, the one and only Jim Keller. I'll give you guys a bit of a longer introduction right after the intro. Now Luke gets... I mean, I'm sure there's something else that's going to excite the people. He's trying.
I don't know, man. The Spiffing Brits PC needed repairs?
Oh, you went for...
What did you do?
What did my heart do to you? Why did you feel the need to jab something into it and twist?
Build a questionable computer.
Did I destroy your company?
I don't know about that. And Boston Dynamics has a crazy new robot, and of course, in Boston Dynamics style, they had to release an absolutely psychotic video about it.
Oh, you're gonna say of course, and it's not gonna be a horse? I missed the video, so I didn't know what it was. I mean, they have a dog.
It's not a horse.
I just assumed
it's more like humanoid.
I'm messing with you. I know what
I'm
it
clarifying
looks
for
like.
the audience. They need to know things. I do both. They can still hear us.
I know, but barely. It's there's music. The show is brought to you today by MSI, Squarespace, and Vessi. I'm going to spare him having to turn red while we talk about his illustrious career. But of course, our guest this week is the one and only Jim Keller, current CEO of Tense Torrent, co-founder of Atomic Semi, whose notable work includes, and brace yourselves because this is a bit of a list. He was the lead architect of the AMD K8 microarchitecture and co-designed the x86-64 instruction set. He was later the lead designer on the Zen architecture that catapulted AMD back to relevance and now more than. He helped design the Apple A4 and A5, the company's first in-house SoC. He's the former VP of Autopilot Hardware Engineering at Tesla. More recently, he left Intel in 2020 following a dispute. We don't need to get into the exact details of that, but joined Tense Torrent as CTO the same year and became CEO in January of 2023. In 2023, he also co-founded Atomic Semi, a foundry that's focused on designing and manufacturing low-cost fabrication equipment, which is something I have to admit had flown under my radar, and I'm definitely going to want to ask a little bit more about. And without further ado, thank you for coming on the show. There he is! Hey, thank you so much and welcome!
I'm struggling to agree to smash
Pretty good. I think we all do. It's okay.
Realistically, look, I usually have to sell it a little, but I am genuinely extremely excited to have you on the show. They asked me when I got on the phone with your team because we reached out when we saw the dev kit that you guys have right now. So this is on the Tense Torrent side. And I was like, okay, obviously, whatever Jim's working on is probably cool as shit. So maybe there's something here. And so I scheduled a call. It's just exploratory call. And they go, oh, well, you know, do you want to talk to Jim? And I'm like, well, we don't really take guests on our show anymore, but yes.
We'll make an exception.
That would be great.
Wow.
I don't want to waste anyone's time, which is actually a big part of the reason we don't take guests. We are notorious for starting our show anywhere from 1 to 3 hours late. And we hate doing that to important people. So without further ado, I want to get into some of the community submitted questions. We announced that you were going to be joining us, and it would have been a huge disappointment if you weren't here, but you are. So Dylan asks, hey, Jim, I'm a junior computer engineering student about to start my first internship doing verification engineering at a big chimp company. First of all, did I just say chimp company? Anywho, doesn't matter. The point is, congratulations, Dylan. He says, it's great to see how far open source has gone. We even learn RISC-V in our introductory hardware course.
Oh, cool.
So first of all, I want to start with letting you talk about RISC-V a little bit, because that's obviously a hugely important part of what TenseTorrent is doing right now. And I guess I realized I didn't really talk about TenseTorrent at all. So do you want to give us a short introduction to what exactly drew you to this company and to their mission?
Okay, so TenseTorrent is an AI computer design company. We're designing a high-end AI engine and also a high-end RISC-V processor. And I think, yeah, AI has gone through a lot of evolution. And, you know, it started running on CPUs and then GPUs, and then I think Google announced the Tensor processor in 2015. And we're building essentially an array of Tensor processors that's programmable with open source software stack that we released in January. And then there's going to be a combination of AI computing and general purpose computing tied together. We decided to make a high-end RISC-V processor. Our AI processor also uses little RISC-V cores to drive the execution of the big tensor processor.
So,
and yeah, so the RISC-V thing is really interesting because, you know, at some level, computer architectures are generic. It doesn't really matter very much if it's x86, PowerPC, MIPS, Alpha, ARM, or RISC-V, but only RISC-V is open. And the Berkeley guys that started it were pretty good. And the cool thing about open source, you know, as we saw with Linux, is when it's open source, a whole bunch of people can work on it. It's a much better innovation platform. And it's a one-way door. When people go from, you know, proprietary technology to open source, they literally never go back. Linux killed literally all the proprietary Unix operating systems. And I think solely RISC-V is going to take over the computing world, which is pretty fun.
Just want to say,
to your student friends, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if I'm one of those Berkeley guys, I'm putting Jim Keller said I'm pretty good on my LinkedIn. Like immediately. That's awesome.
They're pretty good. Well, yeah, I could tell funny stories about, like, you know, computer science in universities and computer science and high-end computer design companies. They kind of work together, and it's really interesting because a team of 100 people work together for 5 years and refine the crap out of something. Whereas students, you know, they get a project, and sometimes without that much support. And some of those projects are pretty good, and some of them, it's hard for it to add up to a lot, let's say.
So
But like the branch predictors everybody uses came out of universities. And the RISC-V architecture, which is going to, let's say, dominate computing in 10 years, came out of universities. And now there's companies building RISC-V computers and way more using it. So.
Whether you did it on purpose or whether you did it by accident, you actually transitioned me perfectly into the second half of Dylan's question. And this is really cool because he asked for getting into a higher level architect / designer position. If you want to work on one of those teams, are you going to recommend stay in school, go for the PhD, or do you want years in industry? What are you looking for?
So PhDs are really good for some people if you really have a research topic and you really want to go really hard. But if you want, like, I didn't study computers in college. I'm an electrical engineer. my major was first electromagnetic fields, and then when my advisor ran the semiconductor physics lab, so I learned a lot about that. And then I took one logic design course, and then got a job doing that.
Beginning ring countdown.
Job at Digital, where I worked for a great architect, Bob Stewart. And then computer architects, good ones, know about a lot of different things. So I learned how to program, do lots of, I know about semiconductor physics. I know a weird amount about packaging, signal integrity and all kinds of stuff. And so if you want to be a computer architect, you should probably work on a lot of different things. And most computer architects that are really good at it didn't do it in college, as a PhD. Interesting enough. It's almost like a too narrow of a way to go about it. PhD guys tend to be experts in something.
That makes sense.
Computer architects tend to be generalists, I'd say.
Yeah.
So you already kind of alluded to this one as well, but William asks, I mean, you've obviously got experience on the ARM side. You've got experience on the x86 side. You've got experience on the RISC-V side. William asks, how far do you think x86-64 can go? I mean, you're telling me now, you're saying, look, RISC-V is going to be the future. You gave that number 10 years. I'm not going to hold you to it. I mean, I can't promise nobody else will, but I'm not going to hold you to it. Is that because x86 is out of gas, or is it because RISC-V has just got some kind of fuel that we're only just discovering the potential for in the engine? Which one is it?
Neither. So, computers generically, they fetch instructions. The thing that makes the front end of the computer fast is how many instructions can you decode and how well can you predict the instructions. Right, so x86.
Thank you.
Random length instructions are harder to predict. But it's not like a big one. And then the execution engine goes fast because you have lots of parallel execution units in our issue, which is generic to computers. And then you have a good memory system with a really good predictor for where the data is coming from, which has nothing to do with your architecture. I'd say x86 has a limitation, so it's 16 registers, variable length instruction set, and it sort of has a pile of old crud that nobody actually needs, but you have to build. So it has a tax.
Right.
But computer performance is mostly today based on prediction. And the number of predictors in a modern computer is crazy. We predict, obviously, like where the instruction stream's coming from, where the next branch is, the direction of the branch, called return stack. We predict the width and grouping of instructions. We sometimes predict the results of instructions.
So tell me this.
Where the data is coming from. So it's all prediction.
One of the, a follow-up question from William is, could we see cores using multiple architectures? Could you see someone like an Intel or an AMD, an x86 license holder, taking some kind of RISC-V architecture, AI processor, coprocessor, and using that for prediction? Like an AI accelerant on a traditional, does it just not make any sense? I mean, tell me. If it's a dumb question, I'd love to know.
Yeah, it probably doesn't make very much sense. So, computers are very optimized around a particular instruction set. Today, there's pretty good binary translators, and they keep getting better. And binary translation from like an ARM instruction set to RISC-V is relatively easy and back and forth. So you'll probably pick your general purpose computing architecture and then either recompile all the code or translate the code you need. Like Apple switched from x86 architecture to ARM architecture. They hardly missed a beat. Nobody even noticed or cared. And
That's
some
great.
of that's the Apple ecosystem and software build. But they could switch to RISC-V and nobody would notice or care either.
This is hilarious. He keeps beating me to what my next thing is going to be. And it's all prediction, right? So I just don't even... Why do I bother talking?
Well, we live in a simulation, and a good simulator predicts everything. And so
So the next thing the next thing from William's question that I was gonna focus on. So he asked, okay, how far will x86 go? Do you think Armor Risk 5 will replace it in the future? Maybe we'll see using multiple architectures. So that's all William's questions so far. I'm not taking any credit for that or blame. But what I will take credit or blame for is this next one. I was really focused on the word replace in his question, and you brought up needing to recompile code, and software is something that I feel like is a bit of an elephant in the room, you know, when you talk about how, well, you know, fundamentally all processors are the same. Essentially, it's like how many instructions can you process? But while Rosetta 2 was an absolute marvel, to the point where just a few years ago, I wouldn't have even shortlisted William's question, let alone asked it to you. But now that I've seen what Apple was able to do with that x86 to ARM transition, and what Qualcomm is claiming that they're doing on their upcoming Snapdragon chips with Windows on ARM, I feel like anything's possible. And that word, that replace word, can I expect to go back to legacy programs, right? To stuff that is that tax on x86, that tax on Windows, and whether it's through AI or whether it's through on-the-fly recompiling, can I expect to replace the gaming PC that I have today with something RISC-V that will run? And I'm not going to ask for 100%, but if I asked for 90% of the software I used to run, do you foresee that?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So, more and more software is written in higher level languages. Like recompiling C programs in Java and Python and you name it, it's getting easier and easier. Like the architecture mostly doesn't matter. Now, what matters is in a given architecture, like we found this, we started building like a server stack for RISC-V. And when they went from Intel to AMD to ARM, to RISC-V, each time you port software, it gets easier. And the hardest port, by the way, was Intel to AMD. Even though they're both x86, right?
Really?
And that's because there's a whole bunch of proprietary software in the server stack that was actually Intel proprietary. So you weren't, by the way, they were.
Why did you guys make me come this way?
They
This
had
is
to
ridiculous.
rewrite a bunch of stuff, but all the new software is in C, C++, it's clean. So porting to ARM was easier. Right, porting the RISC-V is pretty easy. The thing you find is like the
That's how that fucking went down.